former teammates, and coaches, all here to celebrate this year's honorees. Tonight's banquet is a celebration of Indiana basketball heritage and a reunion of its greatest athletes, stars, coaches, and officials. This evening we will honor the newest class of inductees, the Indiana Fever Silver Medal recipient, and the Silver Anniversary team comprised of Indiana's best high school senior players from 25 years ago. We will also take a few moments to recognize a special team from 1976 and 4 teams from 2001. It is my honor to introduce the procession of this year's honorees. We're going to begin with the Center Circle officials honorees. Mr. Kirk Robinson. Mr. Jay Slater. And the late Bruce Mayfield, his daughter Melinda Brandt, is accepting on his behalf. Now the Silver Anniversary team. Jessica James Ship. Amy Weiser Rohr. Sarah Riedemann. Miranda Eckerly Rock. Hillary Beck Enbay. Rachel King Mers. Erin Morin. Maria A. Marcasano. 2001 Miss Basketball, Shira Eli Gash. Kate Indris Dirksen. Jenny DeMuth Hensley. Ricky Harris. Amanda Davidson. Kelly Cole Springer. Katie Boone. Not attending, Jill Corbett Biddle. And Jacqueline Baptiste. Our Hall of Fame inductees, Eileen Weber. Oh, I don't have her. I'm sorry, Ashley Allen. Oh my God, I'm sorry. All right, my first round of drinks tonight. I told you, ladies. So everyone gets a water. No, I'm joking. I'm sorry about that, Ashley. All right, now our Hall of Fame inductees. I am so sorry, Ashley. Eileen Weber. April Traylor Percy. April McDivitt Schilling, 1999 Miss Basketball. Todd Salkowski. Lauren Rice. Mary Jo Noon. Kristen Bodine Lovell. Angie Richards Hinton. Jill Daly. Arnatrice Cobb. Roseanne Bowman. And our silver medal, did I already announce her? I can't remember. No. Now I'm all. And our silver medal award winner, Miss Linda Yerby. Joining our honorees at the head table, if you would please raise your hand as I call your name to be recognized. 2008 Hall of Fame inductee, Dr. Amy Matheny. (2004) Hall of Fame inductee, the voice of Indiana radio, Rita Price Simpson. (2014) Hall of Fame inductee, and our Hall of Fame president, Mr. Rick Goins. Earlier this evening, we were lucky enough to enjoy the musical talents of Sophia Smith, a Center Grove graduate. She has to go back to Purdue to finish this evening, so we're really grateful for having her here. If we could give her a round of applause for entertaining us. Now we also have I'd like to introduce Anna DeLuna and Hannah Feynman. They're recent Center Grove High School graduates from last year, and Anna has just completed her freshman year at Ball State, and Hannah has about a week and a half, 2 weeks left from IU. She's got her finals, and they took the time to sing the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Every year they give me the chills. Thank you so much, ladies. That was beautiful. Before we have the invocation, I'd like to direct your attention to page 8 in the program book for the list of the Hall of Fame inductees who have passed away. Joe Sutter, Junior Bridgman, Bob Bridge, Dick Barnett, James Barley, Emmanuel Newsom, Dick Harmning, Bob Hamill, Bill Springer, Larry Weatherford, Bob Reinhardt, Jack Colescott, Jean White, Lee Hamilton. If we could have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce our 2007 silver medal winner, Phyllis Tubbs, to provide our invocation.
If you would just bow your heads in prayer or silent meditation. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight to honor each of our inductees and celebrate their careers and accomplishments. We thank you for their family and friends that are here to be with them during this celebration tonight. We thank you for their coaches and teammates, and especially their parents, for their help and guidance to each of these nominees. All of our honorees have contributed much to Indiana basketball and now are providing leadership and are positive role models to the younger generation. We ask that the pioneers of women's basketball that have gone on before us will always be remembered for their contributions to make it possible for our honorees to participate in this great game of Indiana basketball. We ask that you bless the food and the hands that prepared it for our nourishment. And lastly, we ask to have you grant safe travels for everyone in attendance tonight as we return to homes at the close of our celebration. All of these things we ask in your name and pray your will be done. Amen.
Dinner is served. Victoria Allen, if you could raise your hand, I'd like to come over and say something to you. If you could put your hand up, please. No, you're not in trouble, I am. I'm gonna go see the mama. Where's Victoria? Okay, Mama, I'm coming to see you.
Hello, everyone. We're going to be starting in about 5 minutes, so if you need to go to the restroom, go now.
If everyone could return to their seats, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have you return to your seats, please. We're about to get ready for tonight's honors and awards portion of the evening. Thank you so much for sitting down. Once again, good evening and welcome to the awards portion of the banquet. We're so excited to celebrate tonight with our honorees and their families and friends. Each year, the Hall of Fame recognizes an outstanding high school students. This year's 2026 Gifts of the Game scholarship recipients are Ella Anthus from Columbus East High School, Addison Bowen from Valparaiso High School, and Hunter Allen from Connorsville High School. Congratulations to all three of them. We are honored tonight to have quite a few former Miss Basketballs joining us this evening. In the audience, I can see we have Indiana's basketball royalty. She's small, yet mighty. She's the one who started it all. She's the very first Miss Basketball. You might know her as Judy Warren. We know her as friend. Judy Warren from Warsaw High School, if you are there, you don't have to stand up if you don't want to, but we would sure like you to stand up and be recognized. Judy Warren. There she is. We also are blessed to have two Miss Basketballs on the stage tonight. I mentioned them earlier this evening, but if you two could please stand. You'll be standing later on, but you know who you are. Please stand. Shira. Oh, three. I stand corrected because we had co's. We had co's, didn't we? April. Did we have three? It was just you, wasn't it? Or was it it was just you, wasn't it? April. I know she wanted to, but it wasn't just you, wasn't it? April McDivitt? That was you, wasn't it? Yeah. I know I wanted to be one, but they didn't let me. I was too old. I tried. You know, I was just too old. Okay. We didn't have a chance to give them a round of applause because I was yapping. Come on, stand back up again. April, stand back up. McDivitt, stand back up. I didn't get a chance to clap for you. I saw your cute kids over there. They're cute. All right. Do we have any other Miss Basketballs? Last year, there was quite a few, and I got in trouble, so I don't want to miss out. I don't need another round of drinks I got to pay for. All right. I am privileged to welcome all the Hall of Fame inductees joining us tonight. We have quite a few here in person and via our live stream. If you would please stand or raise your hand and be recognized, I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. Come on, don't be shy. You know who you are. Don't make me embarrass you like I've been embarrassed all night. I would also like to thank the Hall of Fame committee members who volunteered their time to help us celebrate our honorees tonight. Thank you to Jan Connor. When I say your name, if you could either stand or raise your hand. Nikki Sorbonne, Bruce Dockery, Linda Godby, Cindy Lester, Terry Magnuson, Darlene Matthew, Deb McClurg, Marilyn Cottons, Dr. Amy Matheny, Rinda Price Simpson, Laura Titus, Phyllis Tubbs, Judy Warren, and our past president, Donna Sullivan. Thank you so much for what you do to make this such a wonderful evening. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. You are wonderful, and I so appreciate you. Please stand or raise your hand to be recognized. I appreciate you. There are many people who have worked tirelessly to make this event a reality. I'd also like to highlight Rick Goins, the president, and Gary Merrill, the executive vice president of the Hall of Fame. We are thankful for their support and leadership to the Women's Advisory Committee and to the Women's Banquet Committee. Matt Martin, the executive director at the Hall of Fame. Kayla Kessler, the assistant director. Cheryl Betton, the operations coordinator. Noah Dahlquist, the publications coordinator. And Corey Criswell, the development director at the Hall of Fame. You all are amazing. You work tirelessly, and your dedication to ensure our honorees receive the recognition and celebration they deserve is amazing, and we really, really appreciate what you do. Thank you very much. Finally, I would like to thank the staff at Primo's for putting on this amazing dinner. It's been delicious, and thank you for what you guys are doing tonight. I'd like to introduce Matt Martin, the executive director at the Hall. Matt.
Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate it. Again, my name is Matt Martin. I'm fortunate enough to be the executive director of the Basketball Hall of Fame for the last 4 years. Really honored to be able to do what I do, and these men and women up here are why we're here, to support the game of basketball, what they've done to be able to for the future of the game, and that can't go unnoticed. Just a couple housekeeping notes on the stage. Again, like Melissa mentioned, for respect of our honorees as well as those in attendance, please check your cell phones again so that those do not go off during our banquet celebration. Again, want to thank Primo Banquet Hall, Mary Ann Sullivan and her staff for what they've done tonight and what they do for us every year. Our Hall of Fame staff, Assistant Director Kayla Kessler, Operations Coordinator Cheryl Betton, Publications Coordinator Noah Dahlquist, and Development Director Corey Criswell. Also, thank you to our countless and priceless Hall of Fame volunteers. Without these men and women, the Hall of Fame would not be able to function how it does. Thank you to Melissa Stanley James and her committee for putting this event together and for the behind-the-scenes help. For those of you that joined us at the Hall of Fame today and enjoyed our new expansion, if you are interested in supporting the Hall of Fame and being involved beyond attending today's festivities, consider joining our membership roll. Please see page 110 of the program book for the membership information and registration. You also have a little placard on your table that will help that as well. Free Hall of Fame materials are located at each table to take home. Just a reminder that in tandem with our partnership with Henry Community Health, the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame is free for all visitors. There is no admission charge. We also ask that you give us your opinion on tonight's banquet, what we did well, what we can improve on by scanning the QR code located at your table on the blue piece of paper. You'll also see it on the screen afterwards from the presentation. Thank you to our corporate sponsors, which are on page 11, the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever, Indiana Basketball Coaches Association, Citizen State Bank, Henry Community Health, Jostens, and Shepherd Insurance. We also appreciate ISC Sports Network for carrying tonight's banquet on their airways. Now, for his remarks, for tonight's first award is our Hall of Fame president, Rick Goins. Okay.
I can't let Rick come up without telling you a little bit about him. When Rick was 10 years old, he came down with a very bad case of Hoosier hysteria. Your words, right, Rick? I do believe as I look around this hall, many of us have come down with the very same case of Hoosier hysteria as well. By the time Rick was a 1976 graduate of Rushville High School, he set school records for the most points in a game with 45. and in a single season, he had 662 points. His senior year, he led the Lions to the 1976 state runner-up finish. He represented our state as an Indiana All-Star before taking his exceptional talent and passion to play at Miami University of Ohio. Rick's journey with Miami basketball is a testament to dedication and passion. Over 4 seasons, he not only earned 4 letters, but also played a pivotal role in securing 2 MAC titles in 1977 and 78. His exceptional talent was recognized with all MAC honors in 1979, and he was awarded the prestigious William Rohr Most Valuable Player Award that same year. In 1980, Rick's leadership shone through as he captained the team and once again earned the MVP title. His legacy is cemented as a top 25 scorer in Miami's history, with 1,230 career points and a top 10 ranking in career field goals. His remarkable performances, including leading the team in scoring with a 16.4 points per game average in 79 and 15.4 points per game in 80. But one of his most unforgettable contributions was in 1978 when he helped orchestrate a historic victory over the defending national champion Marquette University in the NCAA tournament, a moment that remains etched in both Miami's basketball history and Marquette's as well. Yeah. After graduation, he played for the International Basketball League. He has multiple postgraduate degrees from Xavier University. He's retired as an executive leader from the Treasury Department. He went on to be in the Hall of Fame here, as well as with Miami University, and we're honored to have him as our Hall of Fame president, Mr. Rick Goins.
Thank you, Melissa. Good evening. On behalf of our board of directors, it is my honor as president to extend a warm welcome to everyone to our 2026 Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Banquet, our 24th. This program is a celebration of our state's unique basketball heritage and a reunion of its greatest stars. Tonight's program, as you've heard, we're going to honor our newest Hall of Fame class inductees, our silver anniversary team from 2001, Center Circle Officials Award, our Centennial Award, and several anniversary state championship teams and the Indiana Pacers silver medal recipient. As mentioned, I still suffer from Hoosier hysteria, even though I'm a transplanted Hoosier who lives in the Ohio Buckeye State. Quite frankly, I fell in love with the game, and basketball became part of my DNA, and the lessons learned from the game of basketball have played and continue to play a major role in all aspects of my life. Now, many of you participate. We had over 300 people this morning at the reception at the Hall of Fame reception activities at the Newcastle Museum. You were able to see the greatness of Indiana basketball through our historical exhibits and interactive displays, as well as our recent renovations of over $5 million, which includes a new exhibit which highlights the impact of Title IX on women's athletics. Our immediate past president, Hall of Fame president, Donna Sullivan, who mentioned, who's over here to our left, Donna, she played an instrumental role in the research and design of this incredible display of accomplishments by women athletes, coaches, and teams in our state. And trust me, if you were unable to attend or get this morning's, please, I encourage you to visit our Hall of Fame Museum to truly experience Indiana basketball. And as you've heard, it's free. And there is no better basketball museum in the world. We have visitors from all over the world coming to our Basketball Hall of Fame, which we're so proud of. Before I present my President's Award, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Board of Directors, our Hall of Fame volunteers who do an amazing job, our Women's Banquet Committee, and our Hall of Fame Museum staff for coordinating and assisting with tonight's program. I'd also like to thank Primo and our sponsors for hosting and supporting this event. And a big thanks to all of you for attending tonight's program, which plays a crucial role in our Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame's mission, which is to honor, preserve, and promote the heritage of Indiana high school basketball. At this time, I would like to present the President's Award to an individual who has demonstrated total commitment to our organization and has served as a member on our Women's Advisory Committee for many years. For more than 20 years, this person has served and continues to serve on numerous committees for our organization, ranging from our Hall of Fame Holiday Classic, our Hall of Fame Women's Banquets, and our Silver Anniversary Team committees. However, her primary project over the past 20 years has been our Northern Indiana golf outing in Kokomo. Under her leadership, guidance, and commitment, this golf outing has been a very successful fundraiser, as well as a wonderful time for all participants for more than 20 years. And this would not happen without her efforts, because she handles all aspects of coordinating and planning this event for our organization. Therefore, it is my honor to present the 2026 Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame President's Award to the Lawrenceburg Tiger graduate, Cindy Lester. Cindy. Please join me again in congratulating Cindy on her outstanding accomplishment. In closing, I just want to send my congratulations to all of our honorees tonight for their commitment, dedication, and talent to the game of basketball. Thank you very much.
The 1976 Warsaw State Champs. When their coach, Jan Soa's unbeaten Warsaw team completed their perfect season with a 59-52 victory in the first annual Girls State Basketball State Championship held at Hinkle Fieldhouse, February 28, 1976, sophomore Shanda Klein scored 19 points and Judy Warren scored 17 points to lead the tempo for the Tigers. Cindy Ross tallied 10, Lisa Vandermark scored 7, and Kathy Folk chipped in 4 to help the Tiger cause. In addition to scoring 17 points, Judy Warren contributed 31 points and 19 assists in the final 4 games of the tournament. Was also named the recipient of the Middle Attitude Award and made history becoming Indiana's first Miss Basketball, blazing a trail for future generations. The first IHSAA Girls Basketball State Championship team, the Warsaw Tigers. The 2001 1A Triton. Spurred by a hot start in the opening minutes of the game, Triton successfully repeated as the Class A state champion with a 55-38 victory over White River Valley. The top-ranked Trojans, 23-3, jumped out to a 16-0 lead and never looked back. Triton, coached by Mark Heater, ballooned its lead to as many as 21 points in the second period and led 28-13 at halftime. Elizabeth Sawyer led Triton with 13 points and equaled a Class A record with 15 rebounds. Amber Feldman and Ashley Senth added 10 apiece. The State 1A champions, Triton Trojans. Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. 2A Bishop Lures became the first school in the 26-year history of the girls' tournament to win 3 consecutive state championships by defeating Shenandoah 55-39. The top-ranked Knights, coached by Gary Andrews, finished their season 28-0 with a 2-year record of 53-1. The win also extended their winning streak by 37 games. Lures junior forward Megan Dawson led all scorers with 23 points, while senior guard Rachel King added 20 and pulled 9 rebounds. The Knights converted 19 points off of 21 Shenandoah turnovers, and senior forward Emily Loomis blocked 4 shots. Rachel King was also named the 2A Patricia Roy Mental Attitude Award winner. The 2A state champions, Fort Wayne Bishop Knights. "3A, Indianapolis Cathedral. Indianapolis Cathedral jumped out to an early lead and never looked back in its 54-39 victory over Plymouth in a game in their state finals. With the win, Cathedral collected its 2nd straight state championship in Class 3A in its 3rd consecutive trip to the state finals. The Irish, 29-1, fell to Northwood, 72-71 in 1999, but returned a year later to down Columbia City. Then, Cathedral's 33-year record is 83-3, including 56-2 in its 2 championship years. Coach Linda Bamrick guided the 3A top-ranked Irish, who were led in scoring by Jessica Wright, 16 points, Sharika Webb tallied 12 points, and Asia Zinnerman added 10. The 3A state championship Irish. The 2001 4A Ben Davis. With the victory over Fort Wayne Snyder, 69-45, the Giants made it a clean sweep as all 4 of last year's state champions successfully defended their titles. Ben Davis took advantage, scoring 31 points off Fort Wayne Snyder turnovers en route to the win. Seniors Ashley Allen, oh yeah, woo! And Shira Ellie, woo! Miss Basketball paced the Giants in scoring 20 and 19 respectively. Freshman Janice Banks added 12 points. Well, she was doing pretty good for a freshman. Also earned the 4A Patricia L. Roy Mental Attitude Award. That's nice. Allen set a 4A record with 9 steals. Third-ranked Ben Davis completed 27-2 year under 16-year coach Stan Binge. Anchored by 4-year starters Eli and Allen, the Giants finished 106-6 during their careers. Whew, that's nice. The Ben Davis Giants. Those 4 schools, that's some impeccable records. All right, I would like to introduce Terry Magnuson, the 2011 Center Circle Officials Award past winner. He's going to introduce this year's Center Circle Officials Award winners. Terry. Oh, snuck right up on me.
Well, each year, the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame honors 3 individuals for their contributions as Indiana High School girls basketball as recipients of the Center Circle Officials Award. Tonight, 3 outstanding officials will be recognized for their contributions to our game. As they are introduced, we ask each recipient or their representative to come to the stage, where they will be met by Mark Baltz, a past president of the Hall of Fame and Circle Center official honoree, and who will present them with their plaques. To review the full bios, please refer to page 24 in your program. Tonight's first honoree is Kurt Robinson. An officiating career that began in 1985 and continues in his 41st season, Kirk has officiated 33 sectionals, 24 regionals, 14 semi-states, 6 state finals on the girls' side, including the 2026 1A title game. In addition to the 3 state finals in boys basketball and 9 state finals in volleyball, Robinson has served multiple roles in the Northern Indiana Officials Association and helped the IHSAA start a mentoring program for younger officials in 2010. Kirk Robinson. Our next 2026 Center Circle Official honoree is Jay Slater. In addition to being a football and basketball official, Jay has called 34 sectionals, 19 regionals, 8 semi-states, and 5 state finals in girls basketball, in addition to the 4 state finals in boys basketball. Throughout his career, he also officiated all levels of college baseball and the American Legion tournament. Being a member of the Wabash Valley Officials Association from 1986 to the present, Slater has served as a board member and president. Jay Slater. Our third and final 2026 Center Circle Official honoree is the late Bruce Mayfield. Mayfield worked 22 years as a basketball official from 1968 to 1990. As a member of the South Central Officials Association, best known for calling high school games, Mayfield has also officiated the NCAA D1 contest. Bruce worked 11 sectionals, 11 regionals, 3 semi-states, and 2 state finals. Mayfield also called the 1989 Hall of Fame Classic Girls Championship game between Batesville and Pike Central. Mayfield served as the South Central Officials Association president and basketball chairman for many years. Accepting on his behalf of the late Bruce Mayfield is his daughter, Melinda Brandt. Let's give one more round of applause to the 2026 Center Circle Officials Award honorees for girls basketball.
We're now going to move on to the Women's Silver Anniversary Team. I have the pleasure of introducing the 2008 Hall of Fame inductee. She went to Indiana University. She's an amazing doctor, and her name is Amy Matheny. Come on up. She'll be introducing each of the athletes. And Linda Godby, 2012 Hall of Fame inductee, and Nikki Sermon, 2017 inductee, will be presenting their plaques. They're over there.
Melissa just said Indiana University, now also known as a football school. How great was that? All right. I am clearly the shortest person using the mic, so we have to move it a little bit here. Linda, thank you very much. All right. This is the 2026 Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Silver Anniversary Team, which recognizes the outstanding senior high school basketball players from 25 years ago. This presentation will be a short glimpse into the careers. For more detail, please see page 26 in your program. But here are the top 18 seniors from 2001. Ashley Allen, Ben Davis High School. I can see Ashley bought the whole side of town. Ashley totaled over 1,600 points and set school records for three-pointers, helping Ben Davis to a 107-6 record over 4 seasons. During that time, Ben Davis won the 1998 Hall of Fame Classic title, 3 Marion County tournaments, and a Class 4A state championships in 2000 and 2001. That is impressive. She was selected to the Indiana All-Star team. She went on to a successful career in 5 seasons at Ohio State, playing in 4 NCAA tournaments. And as far as what is basketball given to her life, Ashley says, basketball has given me far more than trophies and accolades. It's given me a platform, a purpose, and a blueprint for excellence outside of sports. I love that quote, Ashley, by the way. I'm going to steal that. A blueprint for excellence outside of sports. After working as a college coach for several years, Ashley has worked for, are you ready for this? U.S. Customs and Border Patrol since 2014. So she's, And she has one son, 11-year-old Ashton. Are you here? Hey, Ashton. Ashley Allen, Ben Davis High School. Do we all not need that kind of encouragement in our life, right? Can I be part of your clan down there? Part of the crew? Yeah, I like it. Jacqueline Batiste, South Bend, Washington High School. Jacqueline scored over 1,600 points and 1,000 rebounds over 4 seasons at Washington. She led the state in scoring with 26 points a game as a senior. She's an Indiana All-Star, and she was also named a Parade First Team All-American and a 3-time South Bend Tribune Player of the Year. Jacqueline went on to Notre Dame, totaling over 1,800 points and 900 rebounds for Irish teams that reached 2 NCAA Sweet 16s. She was named a 2005 WBCA Kodak All-American and the Big East Player of the Year, and a finalist for the Naismith Award, the Wooden Award, and the Wade Trophy Award. Yeah, that's awesome. Jacqueline played for the WNBA with the Minnesota Lynx, the Detroit Shock, and being a part of the Shock's 2006 WNBA champions. Her advice to the next generation: there is no limit to your effort. You won't know how far you can go unless you push yourself. Hard work will make you a winner in life. Amen. Since 2021, she's been the manager for Safe Light Auto Glass in Mishawaka. Jacqueline Batiste. Jill Corbett-Biddle from Cathedral High School, who we mentioned is not here tonight. Jill had over 1,000 points during her 4 seasons at Cathedral. She was an Indiana All-Star. She went on to Vanderbilt University, where she played 1 season for an Elite 8 team. Her career was cut short due to injury. After playing basketball in Indiana, Jill said, "It was a great privilege and honor. The competition was top-notch, the fans were loyal, and the teammates and coaches are people I hold close to my heart to this day." After completing her bachelor's degree in 2005, she worked at the NCAA Hall of Champions. She and her husband, Steve, have 5 children, which might explain why she's not here tonight. Jill Corbett-Biddle. Katie Boone, Center Grove High School. Katie played on Center Grove teams that went 75-20 and won 2 sectionals and 1 regional. She was selected the ICGAS Second Team All-State and Indy Star Metro South Player of the Year. She went on to Valparaiso, where she stands 3rd in the program history in assists and 6th in steals. She achieved that for teams that went 82 and 42. They won 2 Mid-Continent Conference titles, and they had 2 NCAA tournament appearances where they went to the quarterfinals. Her advice to the next generation is, hard work is the basis to winning, and winning means so much more than winning games or tournaments. Enjoy the process, play with your heart, and give it your all. Katie has worked as a physician's assistant in general surgery and trauma, that's a big deal, for Franciscan Health in Indianapolis since 2005, and she told me she is not the troublemaker of this group. Katie Boone. You said that. Because there's always one, and I thought it was Katie, and she assured me it was not. Kelly Springer Cole, Leo High School. Kelly totaled over 1,200 points and set school records in career three-pointers, career free throw accuracy in 4 seasons at Leo. Her teams went 66-26 and won 2 Allen County Athletic Conference titles and the ACAC tournament champs. She was an Indiana All-Star. Kelly went on to play basketball for 1 season at Valparaiso and a season at Grace College. Kelly says that playing basketball in Indiana created a deep-seated passion in my heart. It became an identity that fostered hard work, pride, and a sense of belonging to continue the statewide tradition known as Hoosier Hysteria. Since 2014, she's been a registered nurse for Parkview Physicians Group in Fort Wayne. She and her husband Zane have 3 children. Kelly Springer Cole. I was looking for that cute little boy that was sitting down there. Oh, darn. He's adorable. He had a little bow tie on. Amanda Davidson, Brownsburg High School. Amanda set the school record for 542 assists over 4 seasons at Brownsburg, as well as a single game assist record of 14. Now that's sharing the ball. Her team won 2 sectional champs, and she was named the Indy Stars Super Team as a senior. She went on to the University of Indianapolis, where she totaled almost 1,000 points and had a school record in assists. Then she went on to play professional basketball, 1 season in Holland and 10 seasons in Germany. She also coached in Germany before coming home to be the Parameridian girls head coach for 4 seasons. In regards to the opportunities basketball has given her, Amanda says, basketball has given me the opportunity to travel all over the world playing the game I love. I built friendships, with some being second families. The game will take you as far as it can, as long as you are willing. And don't ever let anyone tell you you are not good enough. Great message. Amanda recently completed her 1st season as the girls' assistant coach at Brownsburg, where she lives with her wife, Karis, and their 2 children, Amanda Davidson. Jenny DeMuth Hensley from Highland High School. Jenny scored, are we out of order? Okay, Jenny. Jenny scored a school record 1,832 points for Highland teams that earned 2 sectional and regional crowns. She was an Indiana All-Star and runner-up for Miss Basketball. She went on to Indiana University, the new football school, where she totaled over 1,500 points and 700 rebounds. She twice was voted 2nd team All-Big Ten and was the IU team captain as a senior. After college, she coached for several seasons before entering athletic administration. In regard to playing basketball in Indiana, Jenny says, it has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. The lessons learned, relationships formed, and memories made shaped not only my career in basketball, but who I am today. Jenny is now in her 11th year as the athletic director at Shelbyville High School. Jenny and her husband, Andy, have 1 child. Jenny DeMuth Hensley, I think that might be him. Is that him jumping up and down? Hey, bud. Uh-oh, now he's under the table. Was he wearing a bow tie too? I love it. That's awesome. Is he back? There he is. Hey, bud. Okay. Kate Indris Dirksen from Evansville Memorial High School. Kate totaled over 1,800 points and 800 rebounds in 4 seasons for Memorial while earning 4 sectional titles and 2 regional crowns. She was an Indiana All-Star and a 2-time ICGSA first-team All-State. She went on to Ball State, where she stands 3rd with over 1,800 career points. And she was also the 2-time All-MAC Player of the Year, a Kodak Honorable Mention All-American, an Academic All-American of the Year, and this is my favorite one. Indiana's NCAA Woman of the Year as a senior. Do you know what you had to do to get that, Kate? This is a new one. Who knows? Yeah. Kate had a tryout with the WNBA Connecticut Sun. She founded the eyewear firm Ditto in 2011 and a children's app called Sage Haven in 2023. She's currently serving the latter as the chief executive officer. Kate and her husband Chris have 2 children. Yeah. Come on, Chris, get with it. Kate Indris Dirksen. Shira Eli Gash from Ben Davis High School. I could have put her accolades on like 3 pages, but I cut them down here. She was the 2001 Miss Basketball. She set school records with over 2,000 points and 1,200 rebounds. That's a lot of boards. She won 3 Marion County Tournament trophies, and she was Class A 4A state champs in 2000 and 2001 with her teammate. In addition to being named to Indiana All-Star, she was the 2001 Naismith National Player of the Year, the Gatorade National Player of the Year, the USA Today National Player of the Year, a 2-time Parade All-American, and a 2-time Gatorade Indiana Player of the Year, and she played in a 2001 WBCA All-American game. She was good, okay? She's also smart because she was the ISHA Mental Attitude Award winner and the Marion County Female Athlete of the Year for sports. She went on to the University of Tennessee and played for the iconic Pat Summitt. Watch that documentary if you haven't seen it, where she totaled over 1,600 points for the Lady Vols, winning 3 SEC regular season titles and an SEC tournament. She was in college a Kodak First Team All-American, the MVP of the SEC tournament, and a 2005 SEC All-Academic. She played 6 seasons in the WNBA, including time with San Antonio Silver Stars, Seattle Storm, Chicago Fever, and our own Indiana Fever. Shira founded a personal shopping and image consulting firm, and we're all going to be getting your cards afterwards, Shira, okay? Now called House 43 in 2009, and later worked as a luxury stylist for Saks Fifth Avenue for 3 years. Since 2020, she has been a product line manager for Nike and Jordan brand. She is impressive, people. She has just moved back to Indianapolis, and we are glad to have her back. She and her husband, Rich, have 3 children. Shira Eli Gash. I think it's that purple pinstripe suit, right? Rickay Harris, Muncie Central High School. Rickay averaged over 16 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals a game, leading Muncie Central to 16-6 season. She was named the AP Honorable Mention All-State and First Team All-East Central Indiana. She totaled over 1,000 career points and earned 10 varsity letters in basketball, soccer, track, and volleyball. I didn't even know you could play 4 sports. She went on to Wofford College in South Carolina, totaling over 1,100 points in 4 seasons for 4 coaches. That should give you some kind of award right there. Yeah, we hear you. She stands 12th on the Terriers' career scoring list and was the 2003 Southern Conference All-Tournament team and was a 2-time team MVP. Rickay was inducted into the Delaware County Hall of Fame in 2015. She says that Indiana is renowned for its deep-rooted basketball culture, where every game feels like a celebration of community and tradition. Playing basketball in Indiana is unlike anywhere else, and being part of Indiana basketball means being part of a legacy that bridges generations. Wow, well said, Rickay. Since 2005, she has worked in various roles for the Milliken Company in Spartansburg, South Carolina. She is currently the Vice President of Human Resources and Employee Engagement, Rickay Harris. Maria Marcasano, Fort Wayne Elmhurst High School. Maria scored a school record of 1,466 points for Elmhurst that won the 1999 sectional and regional. She was a 3-time AP honorable mention, All-State. She then went on to Butler University, where she was named the Horizon League All-Newcomer Team and the Butler Freshman Athlete of the Year in 2002. Then she played 4 seasons of professional basketball and softball in Italy. Her advice to the next generation, and mind you, this is coming from a coach: the only competition is who you see in the mirror. Work hard, be a great teammate, and believe in yourself, and great things will happen. Maria was an assistant at Manchester University, then the head coach for 14 years, and the past 5 seasons she was at IPFW. She is, as many of you may know, just been named Butler University's new women's basketball coach. So I'm sure she's out recruiting some of your young children right now that are going to be players one day. Her husband, Seth Coffing, is the boys basketball coach at Fort Wayne Bishop Lures, and they enjoy time with family and friends. Marie Marcasano. Maria. Erin Moran Moyer, Roncalli High School. Did I get it right? Erin stands 6th in school history with over 1,300 points over 4 seasons. She was a 2001 AP honorable mention, All-State selection, All-City and All-County. Erin went to the University of Indianapolis, where she played for Coach Terry Moran, as did 3 of our other silver anniversary. Yes. I'm getting all the scoop I can. She also, where she stands 3rd in program history with over 1,700 points. She also holds the school record for 3-point accuracy and was inducted into the UIndy Hall of Fame in 2018. Erin says, "There is nothing greater than being part of a team. In every job I've had, lessons I have learned from basketball have helped me. Overcoming failure, being humble, working as a team, or being a leader are all benefits of playing basketball." Since 2009, Erin has been an assistant director of Making Memories Daycare and Preschool in Indianapolis, where she and her husband Gary live and have 3 children. Oh, I gotta say your name again, Erin, sorry. Erin Moran Maurer. I won't tell you how she told me to say her name, but not to say it. I told her, don't ever say that, because then you put it in my head. And then Rachel King Mers from Fort Wayne Bishop Lures High School. Rachel posted school records in points, assists, and steals for Lures, earning 4 sectionals and regional titles, 3 semi-state titles, and 2 Class A state championships. She was an Indiana All-Star. She was also AP First Team All-State, 2-time Mental Attitude Award winner, and a 2-time winner of the Tiffany Gooden Award. Rachel went on to the College of Charleston, where she totaled almost 900 points and stands 9th in steals, 3rd in free throw accuracy, 6th in 3-pointers, and 8th in 3-point accuracy. She can shoot. Since 2001, she has been the principal of Croninger Elementary School in Fort Wayne. She has, are you ready for this? 4 boys. I saw them there. There they are in their suits. 4 boys. She deserves the medal tonight. Rachel King Mers. Hillary Beck Inbay from Kokomo High School. Hillary totaled almost 1,000 points for Kokomo and holds the single game assist record of 14. I think we had another one up here, 14, yeah? For teams that won 2 sectionals and 2 regionals. She was an Indiana All-Star and also the 2001 Mini Miss Basketball, named by Hoosier Basketball Magazine. Hillary went on to Miami of Ohio, where she played 4 seasons for the Red Hawks. Regarding what basketball has given to her, she says, "Basketball gave me a place and an outlet to express myself unapologetically. It gave me friends and relationships that will be in my life forever. I am forever indebted to this beautiful game. Hillary was a college basketball assistant coach for 8 seasons and a high school assistant coach for 2 more. Then she decided to go into law. Since 2024, she's been a legal assistant for the Beck Law Office in Kokomo. She and her husband, David, have 2 children, Hillary, Beck, and Bay. I'm not sure what that says. You went from basketball to law. Miranda Eckerly Rauch from Franklin County High School. Miranda set school records with over 1,400 points and 800 rebounds for Franklin teams that won 2 sectionals and a regional. She also set school records with points and rebounds. She was an Indiana All-Star and a 3-time conference MVP. She went on to Eastern Kentucky University, where she stands 4th in points and 9th in rebounds. Miranda was named the 2002 OVC All-Freshman team, and she was the 2005 tournament team. Since 2006, she has worked in education for Franklin County Schools, currently as a physical education teacher at Brookville Elementary. Miranda and her husband, Brett, have 2 children, Miranda Eckerly Rauch. Sarah Redeman, Greensburg High School. Sarah set school records of over 1,700 points and 300 steals. She also set a school record of 44 points in a game and school records in 3-pointers, 3-point accuracy, and field goal accuracy. She was an Indiana All-Star. She went on to Western Kentucky and then transferred to the University of Indianapolis. At UIndy, she totaled over 600 points and set the school record for 3-point accuracy. She says, I take so much pride in having been a player in Indiana. Whether it was filling small-town gyms or understanding how sacred the sport is to our state and knowing that I was a part of it. Sarah has been the girls' basketball coach at Bishop Chittard, the head coach at Roncalli, and the Indiana State women's basketball assistant coach before working for Franciscan Health. She is now, since 2003, the broker manager for Centene WellCare in Indiana. Did I get that right, Sarah? Since 23, yeah. Sarah Redeman. Congratulations, Sarah. And I won't tell you how I remember this name. Your fault, Amy. Amy Wisser-Rohr from Marion High School. Amy stands 8th in Marion program history with over 1,200 points. She is a 2-time AP Honorable Mention All-State Selection, and she was the 2001 Grant Player of the Year. She went on to the University of Indianapolis, where she stands 9th in the program in career points. She was selected to the 2005 Second Team All-Great Lakes Valley Conference and is a 2-time GLVC All-Tournament and MVP of the 2003 GLVC Tournament. Amy says, growing up surrounded by basketball fanatics, historic gymnasiums, and a culture that celebrates hard work and teamwork instilled in me a deep respect for the game and those who came before me. I am proud to be part of that story, and I strive to uphold the values I learned through sports in everything I do. Awesome words, Amy. Since 2009, she has worked for the American Cancer Society. Thank you, Amy. And she is currently their director for the Coaches versus Cancer program. Amy and her husband, Dave, have 2 children and live in Madison, Wisconsin. Amy Wisser-Rohr. And last but not least, Jessica James Shipp from Franklin Central High School. Jessica set the school record with over 1,400 points on Franklin Central teams that won 2 sectionals. She also holds school record for free throws, season free throws, and accuracy. Jessica was selected a 3-time first-team All-Marion County and game MVP in 2001. She went on to have a great career at IUPUI, now known as IU Indianapolis. Jessica ranks 4th on the program list for career free throw accuracy and was a 3-time Mid-Continent Conference All-Academic selection. She's the daughter of Mark James, who many of you may know is the current boys basketball coach at Triton Central, and a 2021 Hall of Fame inductee. Jessica has been a teacher in Franklin Township for 21 years. She and her husband, Brandon, have 4 children. Jessica James Ship. Oh my God, I just heard you had 4 boys. Maybe we need to have like a little, little game on game with the boys. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have all the 2026 silver anniversary stand up, please. And I think you can all see from where they started and where they got to that women in sports, girls in sports is a great thing, and it helps us grow up to be great humans. Thank you guys, congratulations.
Tonight, it is my honor to introduce a true legend in radio. Known as the voice of Indiana basketball, she has broadcasted every girls' state championship tournament since 1977, a true pioneer in broadcasting, a 2004 Hall of Fame inductee, our one and only, Rita Price Simpson.
I would really like to tell you that this is a basketball or an athletic injury, but I would be lying. Those of you who've had them know what that's really like. I had one that was just, I can't even explain it to you, but here I am anyway. Happy to be here with you today, and again for this wonderful banquet. Tells the best that is good in women's athletics. This is an extra special treat that I didn't think I was going to have until tonight. And the Fever was going to have a representative here to give the Indiana Fever Silver Medal Award, but since they are playing a game in New York this evening, that took them away from us. So we're glad that they're playing a game, but kind of sad not to see them at that usual table they're at. They've been a great, great force of everything that is good about women's athletics, and we congratulate them on proposing another great season. The gal I'm going to introduce to you is a treasure. Her name is Linda Gearby, a 1954 graduate of Kissimmee High School in Spencer County. Linda played basketball at a time when girls did not play high school basketball at all. She did play the 8th grade basketball in 49 and 50 for the midway grade school boys team and was nicknamed Hot Shot by the team captain. And she helped the team win many, many great seasonal invitationals. Now, after high school, Linda played for the barnstorming Texas Cowgirls from 54 to 58, coached the barnstorming Harlem Chicks from 58 to 59, played again with the Cowgirls from 59 to 64, and in 64 she helped form barnstorming Shooting Superstars team, which was renamed the Arkansas Lassies in 1970. She played until 77. She continued to rename that team and to play basketball by working camps and also clinics until 2005. Over the years, Linda played in 49 states, plus Canada, Mexico, Spain, and Morocco. She was inducted into the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame in 2023, the Greater Evansville Basketball Hall of Fame in 2024, and had a street name after her in Spencer County, the town of Midway, in 2024. This recipient is an extraordinary woman, a pioneer in every true mention of the word. We're so pleased and happy to have her here. Her friend Faith will give us some information on her, and she might even say a few words to us too. The Silver Medal Indiana Fever Award goes to Linda Gearby.
Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined being here with all of you on this beautiful evening. I will begin by saying thank you very much to the nominating committee and to the board of directors. I offer my sincere congratulations to all of the 2026 inductees. What an absolute thrill for me to be included into this incredible class of basketball players as we take our place into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. My basketball journey began at a very young age and included being a player, manager, coach, owner, and official driver. I absolutely loved basketball and shot hoops every chance I got. My dad attached a goal to our family's general store in Bloomfield, and most of the time, that's where you would find me. As difficult as it is to believe now, girls were denied the right to have their own organized sports in school back then. I was very shy and I suffered from asthma, but I loved the game of basketball more. So I mustered all the courage I had and asked Coach Walter Parker if I could play on the boys' 8th grade team. Coach Parker said yes, and team captain Leon Weber also gave the thumbs up. So I played my first season in 1945 and 50 with the Midway Grade School Panthers. I am so grateful to both of them for giving me that opportunity. None of us could have known how that one decision would shape the rest of my life and change my whole life story forever. Playing basketball and winning became my new main focus, but girls were still denied the right to play organized sports when I entered Christney High School, so it felt like the longest 4 years of my life. I found every local tournament I could play in and practiced every chance I had anyway. And soon after graduation, I had the opportunity of a lifetime to try out and join the world-famous Texas Cowgirls, owned by Mr. Dempsey Hovland, for their 54 and 55 season. Later, Mr. Hovland asked me to help develop his first African-American women's team, the New York Harlem Chicks. In the 58 and 59 season, I coached, managed, and trained the Chicks, and was also their official driver. I was there to meet whatever challenges we encountered as we traveled in our loaded down station wagon, playing in city after city, often training with and opening for the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters. We played 7 days a week and twice on Sundays. Yes, and we were paid a salary, $5 a day. But I would have gladly played for free. I feel so much gratitude to Mr. Dempsey Hovland for all the ways he believed in me and the opportunities I was given. By 1964, I left the Cowgirls, and along with teammates Elvira Newman, Bernie Holliday, and Catherine Mestemaker, we formed our own team, the Shooting Stars, later known as the Arkansas Lassies. Back then, gas stations, restaurants, general stores, and phone booths were few and far between. Yet we still traveled safely over 40,000 miles in a single season. Our well-worn Rand McNally Road Atlas was the only GPS we had. In 1972, Title IX was finally passed, and it transformed women's sports forever. The new law ensured equal opportunity in sports, education, and school activities. Females were finally being given what they had long worked toward, a fair chance. While professional barnstorming teams like ours eventually faded, opportunity for women flourished. We were no longer a novelty because women finally had their own rightful opportunities. We had helped to pave the way for all females in sports, and they were finally being given the rights they deserved. I feel so proud and grateful to have played my small part in that incredible journey. The memories we shared together on the road and in the gyms across the country are precious and priceless to me. This honor tonight belongs not to me alone, but to everyone. Everyone who believed, supported, and opened doors for women in sports. I have a lifetime of thank yous to give, and I am deeply grateful to my parents, Furman and Nanny Yerby, my siblings and extended family, to all my former teammates and friends, to lifelong friend Mr. Ron Lawley, Mr. Tim Turpin, to Hall of Famers Dr. Amy Matheny and Debbie Skywalker Augerson, and to Brian Hansen and to Faith Fairhope. Because without Brian Hansen and his trusty metal detector, which found the buried time capsule at our grade school, and without Faith Fairhope, owner of the grade school, who located me in Florida and took it all from there all the way to right here tonight, my story would have remained buried forever, and this evening would never have been possible. Tonight is proof that no dream, no matter how buried, is ever truly lost. My heart is filled with so much gratitude.
All right, that's all right, guys. Thank y'all very much. I'm not very good at this. That's why she's helping. So, anyway, I just want to say I could never say thanks to God bless you all, and good night. And that's the first time you'll ever get that out of me. I'm not right.
Make sure you check out her sparkly high-top Converse tennis shoes. Her story's online somewhere if you want to check it out, but they found a time capsule, and that's how it all came about.
Yeah, I got my name. Is Leon Weber. Called me. Because he didn't want to be ahead of me, or he didn't want me to be ahead of him. So he called me hot shot all the time.
Leon would be here tonight, but he just passed away this week. So he was a man ahead of his time.
Now you know why we have an Indiana Basketball High School Hall of Fame. We have it because of people like this. And I know the girls of today have no idea the price that people paid to get them to this point. Every woman here helped to pay that price. And that draws applause. Because when you talk to them about the early days, they look at you like you're crazy. What do you mean? We didn't have buses, we didn't have uniforms, we didn't have warm-ups. What do you mean? Well, that's what we mean. So congratulations to her, and what a great recipient. Goes to show you, never give up. Something good, if you stick around long enough, something good's gonna happen to you. How old are you? 90? A youngster. That's right, she's 90. We thank Faith so much for bringing her. The Hall of Fame now is happy to start the inductee program here for our special women and man who is here tonight. I don't certainly want to get you confused with anybody other than what you are, a handsome man sitting up here with all these lovely ladies. A rose, you're right. A rose is right. Roseanne Bowman, North Decatur High School in 1993. Roseanne totaled 1,263 points, 820 rebounds, and 432 block shots over 4 seasons as North Decatur went 56-25 and won the program's first sectional in 1993. A 1993 Indiana All-Star, she also was a 1993 AP Third Team All-State and earned multiple All-Conference and All-Area accolades. Roseanne went on to Notre Dame, totaling 708 points, 426 points over 4 seasons, and the Irish went 97-32 that year and during her time there. She played in 3 NCAA tournaments, including the 1997 Final Four. When asked what moments brought her most joy in her basketball career, Roseanne said getting the opportunity to play in the Final Four. Very few teams get that opportunity, and I made it there 3 times since 2006. She has worked in Indianapolis as a production manager for Lloyd's of Indiana. Roseanne has 2 sons, our inductee, our first one on the list, Roseanne Bowman.
This is one of the downfalls of being at the beginning of the alphabet, so y'all are welcome. Standing up here tonight, it's very humbling to be in the presence of such great athletes, women, coaches, officials. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that everybody has contributed to that, because it's people like Hotshot who have paved the way for so many of us. It's a milestone to be here. This is something I never would have expected. So, like I said, I cannot tell you how humbling it is to be here in such great company. To my mom and dad, thank you. You were the constants, the one who showed me what it meant to be an athlete, a farm kid, somebody to push through everything. You gave me the space to dream, structure, to reach those dreams. Everything that I built started with every rock and stick you made me pick up, every piece of corn you made me hoe out of every bean field. That's what built me, so thank you. To my high school coach, Dennis Crow, who unfortunately passed away several years ago. He is represented here tonight by his son John and his grandson Corbin. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing him with us, from everybody that I played with in high school to everybody who knew him. He touched us in so many ways, so thank you for allowing him to give back to every athlete that he coached. To my family, my boys, Rachel, thank you for being my loudest and most constant supporters in this game of life. Without you, I am nothing. Thank you for loving me at my best and tolerating me at my worst. I didn't play this game to end up here with all of these amazing people. I played it because I'm stubborn. I played it because I love a challenge. I played it because I'm competitive. But standing here now, I understand the weight of this moment. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. You guys started this too, down here. It's more than just basketball. It's the family that you create. And I remember several years ago being down here with the Silver team. And you guys are a group. You were all high school competitors. And now to be back, it's wonderful to see the family that you connect with just because of basketball. And there is no other state, I don't care what they say, there is no other state other than Indiana that can say that. So, again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is so humbling, and I appreciate every one of you for this honor. So, thank you.
One good thing about being first, it's over now. Now you can just enjoy the rest of it. Heartfelt feelings that I might think everybody is going to have that same feeling up here, I'm sure, tonight. Arnatrice Cobb, Gary Westside High School, 1986. Arnatrice scored 1,303 points over 4 seasons for Gary Westside, including averages 22 points and 11 rebounds as a senior, as well as 21 points as a junior. She was 2-time AP Honorable Mention All-State, 2-time All-Northwestern Conference, and 1986 Northwest Indiana Times First Team All-Area. Arnatrice played 2 seasons at Crowley County Community College in Kansas, earning All-Conference and NJCAA All-Region 6 honors as a sophomore. She then played in Kansas State, helping that team with a 2-year record of 38-21, and was an all-star in 1 season with the Kansas Marauders of the Professional Women's Basketball Association. Arnatrice worked 18 years for many, many hours of Community Health Network in Indianapolis. She's now a great competitor there and has done great things. Since 2005, she's worked part-time for caregivers. And I tell you, anybody can do that is a special person in my book. Arnatrice Cobb, up for induction at the Indiana High School Hall of Fame.
This is why Indiana, we the sports capital of the world. We is the basketball capital of the world. Not Texas, not Ohio, not Kansas. We are the basketball capital of the world. Today we hear athletes or the younger generation say, I am him. Well, I'm here to tell y'all that God is him. So I would like to thank him for allowing us to be here today in his presence. This is truly an honor to be here with all of you. I began playing basketball after Coach Perk Robinson recruited. I'm just nervous, hold on. I began playing basketball after Coach Perk Robinson recruited my younger brother James for his biddy basketball team. Observing practices led me to join drills and eventually become one of the first girls in Lake County to play biddy basketball, thanks to the Kelly House rule that allowed girls to participate. Kelly House successfully challenged biddy basketball gender restriction because age was the only requirement. I was the first girl to play on the Gary Frontiers. I was the only girl on my team win the first place the first year and second place the second year, losing to Coach Perk and my brother James, which started a sibling rivalry. I watched basketball on TV nearly every day, mainly the Chicago Bulls, because I was from up north, which led me to discover the Chicago Hustle. Many people are not aware that a professional team existed before the WNBA. The Hustle featured incredible women like Rita Eastland, Janie Fincher. I remember seeing a commercial for their basketball camp. It was all I needed to convince my parents to let me attend. After attending the camps in the Chicago, Wisconsin area, it had a significant impact on me. Looking back at my basketball journey, I'm thankful for those who supported me. Aaron Regan, he was the first summer team in our neighborhood at Patrick Park. Come to find out, he played for the ABA. My elementary gym/coach teacher, Anita McDonald, she started the first 5th, 6th grade team to compete locally. High school coach Walter Tyndall, who coached me my freshman and sophomore year, pushed me to always be great until health issues led him away. And this is where I met Coach Rodney Fisher. Coach Rodney Fisher guided me through AAU, offering new challenges and opportunities. He was not my coach, but I couldn't tell. He sold me on what he was selling and how basketball could change my life. I sure wish they had the portal back then. I also would like to give thanks to Linda Hargrove at Cowley County Community College and Matilda Moston, who helped me grow as a better player, person, and give me the opportunity to travel and make lifetime friends. I never attended a high school girl basketball game until I played high school myself, and likely my family hadn't either. But as a freshman, I started varsity, and I never looked back. It's impressive now just to see how far women's sports, not just basketball, have gone. I'm grateful to my sisters, Nita, Jeannie, and Bernadette, my brothers, Wesley, Kevin, and James. Sometimes I wish I had a portal for them too. But after 58 years, I wouldn't trade them for nothing in the world. Special thank you to my mother. She's not here, nor my father. Thank you for making my older siblings take me to practice. They couldn't use the car or nothing until they took me where I needed to go. A big thank you to my biggest supporter, my younger brother, James Cobb, and my partner, Adrian, for standing by me in every life challenge and phases. James and my partner, Adrian, helps me with my business now called Turnaround Basketball. I would like to thank the Fish Center for giving me the opportunity to use their facility to operate Turnaround Basketball. And just so y'all know, Turnaround Basketball is located here in the city of Indianapolis. I teach basketball lessons to boys and girls ages 6 through 16. We are always looking for volunteers, donations of any kind, volunteer, time, whatever. With that being said, I know I'm a pioneer of women basketball from the state of Indiana. Pioneers are individuals or groups that are among the first to explore. Before 1986, no other woman from Gary Westside had ever been inducted to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. In close, I just want to say, even when you finish last, you may still be first. And sometimes, being first, you may still finish last. But overall, we're still winning. I know I'm still winning with the support that came out from me today. Thank you for letting me share this moment with all y'all. And we didn't have a three-point line.
That's a point well taken. You look at most of these women, that did not happen for them. They had to do it the old-fashioned way. Then they called it the three-point shot was a field goal and a free throw. Right, girls? That was the three-pointer. Jill Chapman Daly, Blackford High School, 1998. Jill set career records of 1,479 points, 1,072 rebounds, and 305 block shots over 4 seasons as the Blackford team went 52-44. A 4-time All-Central Indiana Conference selection, she averaged 23.9 points a game, 17.8 rebounds as a senior, and was named East Central Indiana Player of the Year. She went to Indiana University, where she is 6th in career points and scoring. 1,865 points at IU, 5th with 970 career rebounds, and 3rd with 197 block shots in 4 seasons, and was a 2-time first-team All-Big Ten selection. She averaged 116 points, and 9.1 points and rebounds a game as a senior at IU, and they won the Big Ten tournament and played in the NCAA. She played in 2002 with the WNBA Detroit Shock, and later played professionally in Hungary and with the NWBL in Colorado Chill. Jill currently works as an operations manager for Amazon. She and her husband Cody have 4 children, and Jill is going to be our next inductee. Jill Chapman Daly.
Thank you to the Indiana High School Basketball Hall of Fame Committee for this incredible honor. Standing here today feels surreal. I am deeply grateful to be recognized among many legends of Indiana basketball. I want to start by thanking my high school coaches, Bob and Mike Morris, who saw potential in me, pushed me to be better every single day, and taught me that basketball is more than just scoring points. It's about character, discipline, and teamwork. These lessons you taught me on the court have guided me throughout my life. To my high school teammates, thank you for getting me the ball on the block. Every basket I scored was because of your assist, your screens, and your trust. We won together, and this honor belongs to all of us. To the Blackford community, thank you for filling those bleachers and making our gym one of the most intimidating places to play. Your support meant everything to a kid who just loved the game. You made me feel like I was playing something bigger than myself. To everyone who let me play in those pickup games on the Montpelier basketball courts when I was in middle school and high school, you helped me develop my game and my love for basketball. Those summer evenings have shaped who I become as a player. Mom, I wish you were here today. You believed in me when I was just a kid with a dream. You drove me to Indianapolis for AAU basketball games, even though you hated the interstate. I remember how relieved you were when I finally got my permit so I could finally do the driving. Your faith in me never wavered, and I carry that with me every day. To my older sister, Jenny, and my older brother, Jamie, when we lost Mom suddenly that summer before I went to IU, you both stepped up in ways I'll never forget. You made sure I could still chase my dream, even during our darkest time. I love you both. To my wonderful husband, Cody, thank you for supporting my dreams of playing professional basketball. 2 weeks after our wedding, you packed your bags and you traveled with me to Hungary. Not many newlyweds start their marriage that way, but you never hesitated. Your love and support have been my foundation. Finally, I want to thank the Indiana Basketball High School Hall of Fame Committee once again for this amazing honor. Indiana basketball is special. It's about community, passion, and the belief that anything is possible when you work hard and have people who believe in you. Thank you again.
Are these girls just getting taller every year, or have I shrunk? Could be a little bit of both. Could be just a little bit of both. Angie Richardson Hinton. Angie Richardson Hinton, North Harrison High School in 1982. Angie compiled a 346-99 record in 19 seasons, a varsity coach with 3 stats and championships in 1999 Class 4A crown at New Albany, as well as a student at North Harrison when she went to the IU Southeast to earn a degree in education. She went 18-2 as an interim varsity coach in Louisville, Shawnee, 1987 to 88. 173 and 73 were the 11 seasons she put in with New Albany, and 165 and 24 in Shawnee in 7 seasons at Lanesville. She also won a combination of 12 sectionals, 6 regionals, 3 semi-states, in addition to 3 state titles. Teaching 40 years and currently in her 13th back at North Harrison, she's asked, has teaching impacted her coaching philosophy? And did it help her with her success? She said yes. She always taught from the outside the box, and that's just exactly the way she coached. Coaching your kids based on their abilities, knowing them and making your plays based on their abilities, that's what makes it work. Angie and her husband, Joe, a former boys coach at Floyd Central and a 2011 Hall of Fame inductee, have 2 children, also coaches, Angie Richards Hinton.
We'll keep this microphone down here for me. Thank you. I speak from my heart when I say I'm filled with so much joy, not only for this moment, but for the countless people who made this journey with me. Every player, every coach, every volunteer, every community that I had the privilege to serve, New Albany, North Harrison, and Lanesville. Thank you. To everyone who came for me tonight, know that you are very special to me, and you've had a significant impact on my life in some way. whether I mention your name or not. Some of you have traveled a very long way, but all have made special arrangements to be here just for me. Please know that this means more than you realize. To the Hall of Fame, what a great day. To the selection committee and everyone who supported my nomination, thank you for believing that I belonged here. Special thanks to Donna Sullivan, Pat McKee, Nick McIntosh, Joe Hinton, and all who wrote letters on my behalf. And congratulations to all of these women up here and Coach over there. As a young girl, a freshman in 1978, I could not have imagined standing here today. Growing up the youngest of 6 at a time when opportunities and resources were limited, I often rode in overcrowded cars and sometimes the back of a pickup truck in the middle of winter just to get home from practice because I loved the game. I was a competitive player, but playing college basketball was not a realistic path for me. I was small in a taller world. So I chose coaching. After all, my first high school coach had never coached before. God bless Rita Ward and so many women of that generation who stepped forward so the rest of us could have moments like this. And to men like Dr. Tracy Duss, who believed women belonged in leadership and hired me at New Albany. To my players, we all know it takes talent to win, but each of you developed your special individual talents and were all stars in your roles. You understood that every role mattered. You were coachable, and you allowed me to coach you hard and love you hard. You gave purpose to my life's work. Together, we changed the culture at New Albany and Lanesville and set a new standard. The championships, the banners, the records are only the surface of who you are. The real victories are the lives you built afterwards and the continued relationships that we have. We made a lot of memories together. Some of my favorites came from the off-season practices, the summer camps, the locker room conversations, the team dinners, and the road trips across Indiana. That's when you really get to know your kids. To see former players climb their own mountains and be the mountain. That's what coaching is all about. To my coaching family, you are some of the most loyal people I still call today. You embraced me and my way of doing things, were not afraid to have a voice or venture into new territory with me. You stood beside me in pressure, adversity, and joy. You helped shape every success I'm being recognized for tonight. I have no doubt that God placed each of you in my life just at the right time. At New Albany, I was fortunate enough to have Denise Parrish, Paul Hamilton, Katie Myers, my husband Joe, and Nick. We had a coaching personality for every player and every need. We had some great times together, and when I left there, they still rooted for me wherever I landed. At Lanesville, I still took Joe along with me. Lacey Crozier, Lacey Ferris then, was one of my former players who is now my assistant there at Lanesville. Callie Best. And then my daughter, Hallie, and her husband, Will, joined my staff, and that gave me a real close connection with the kids. Lacey and Hallie also gave a perspective that only former players could give. And then our hero, Dr. Ben Stilger, Hall of Fame athletic trainer. We do not win without you, my friend. So my journey began at New Albany, and I was very young and inexperienced, but I knew how to work hard, and my kids worked hard, very hard for me. And we eventually made it to Market Square in 1999. We finished our dream season. That year, we were undefeated state champions, the first for girls basketball at New Albany. And we also made several deep tournament runs in my years at New Albany. Then my career kind of took a turn to go back to North Harrison to teach. and help coach my daughter and share back-to-back state runner-up finishes in 16 and 17. That was a full circle blessing for my family and our North Harrison community. Then in 2018, there was an unexpected journey to Lanesville. Mark Lambertus, my former teacher at North Harrison and coach, as well as a few other very close friends who were very invested in the girls, they won me over, and thank you for convincing me to come to your hometown. I was day-to-day for 7 years. I was taken captive by their community, the girls' desire to learn, their heart, their toughness, their love for each other, and they allowed me to coach them. From a program that had never won to eventual back-to-back state champions, and for 7 years in a row, each team won a sectional title. And yes, I will never forget riding on top of the fire trucks through town in Lanesville. That was a first for me. Lastly, to my family, many games felt like family reunions, as does your presence tonight, and I treasure that. And many are now watching from up above. To my sisters, Vicki, Mona, Lisa, thank you for being my everything, my best friends. And to Tony and Terry, thank you for being good brothers. Mom would be proud of us tonight. To my children, Joseph and Hallie, you grew up in gyms, in locker rooms, on bus rides across Indiana, but we were always together. Today, Joseph, he is a teacher and head basketball coach, and he's here with his fiance tonight. Hallie is also a teacher and coach with her husband, Will, and most importantly, my new grandson, Tucker. I'm proud of the adults you became and even more proud of your hearts you carry. And to Joe, the person who gave more to this journey than anyone will ever know. We did this together, and after all these years, looks like we made it. May God bless you all as he has blessed my family. Surround yourself with good people. Fight the good fight, and never underestimate what can grow from a small girl and a tall world. Thank you.
Hey, well, don't go. Whoa, Angie. Whoa. Don't get trophy. Congratulations. Great to see you.
I have a little glare here, so I'm doing some adjustment. Hopefully I will get all of this in the way we need to do. Kristen Bodine Lovell. I got to ask you a question before you get on. Are you related to Bob? Well, I just had to ask it. Those of us who are in radio understand who Bob Lovell is, so I had to ask. Anyway, Kristen Bodine Lovell, Martinsville High School in 1998. Kristen totaled 162 points, 484 rebounds, 452 assists, and 373 steals over 4 seasons at Martinsville when they went 89-8 and won the 1997 state championship and the 1998 Class 4A state championship. She was a 1998 Indiana All-Star, a 2-time AP First Team, All-State selection, in 1998 the Indiana Star Co-Super Player of the Year, 4-time All-Conference and MVP of the 1997 Hall of Fame Classic. Kristen went on to Butler out of high school, starring in the Horizon League with an all-newcomer honors as a freshman and second-team All-HL accolades as a sophomore. She transferred then to Indiana University, sitting out virtually all of her junior season because of an injury, but recovering to earn an MVP honor as a senior for the Hoosiers. Kirsten considered her team as the MVP. Part of that was shared by Center Grove to be the most challenging opportunity and opponent she'd ever run across. But winning 2 state championships for Martinsville still fills her with immense pride, as well it should. Kristen currently is Dean of Students at Franklin Central Junior High. She and her husband, David, have 3 children, Kristen, Bodine,
Here? Or are you waiting for me?
First, I would like to thank the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame for this honor and congratulate my fellow inductees. I was fortunate to play my entire basketball career in Indiana, beginning in Martinsville. So many people invested their time and energy into me along the way, from middle school and AAU coaches to my high school and college coaches. Basketball has always been an important part of my life, and I want to begin by thanking my dad. Thank you for the encouragement. He introduced me to the game, coached my friends and me growing up, and spent countless hours rebounding and teaching me how to truly understand the game. Dad, you invested so much in me, helping me achieve my goals, showing me what it means to be a good teammate, and teaching me to work hard for what I want. You always held me to a higher standard because you knew what I was capable of, and I'm so grateful for that every day. I was also lucky enough to be coached by one of the best, Coach Jan Connor. Her belief that I could be as good as I wanted to be, her daily push, and her commitment to teaching what hard work looks like and what it takes to win had a lasting impact on me. As a little girl practicing in the driveway, I had one goal: to win a state championship. Without her belief in me and my teammates, and without the work ethic she installed in all of us, winning 2 state championships would never have been a possibility. My collegiate career had its shares of highs and lows, but I was fortunate to be supported every step of the way by incredible teammates and coaches. At Butler University, I had the privilege of playing for Coach June Olkowski, and at Indiana University, I was guided by Coach Kathy Bennett. Those years were some of the most rewarding and most challenging of my life. I'm deeply grateful for the support my teammates, coaches, and trainers during that time. I'm especially meaningful to see 2 of my teammates, Jill Chapman Daly and Jenny DeMuth Hensley, being honored tonight. I've already thanked my dad, but it's just as important that I thank the other half of my support system, my mom. Thank you for always being at my games, always believing in me, and always pushing me to do my best. I could often hear you from the stands encouraging me to play defense, something anyone who knows me knows was not exactly my first love. To my sisters, Carmen and Kaylee, thank you for your patience as we traveled all over the state and country for basketball. I'm guessing that wasn't your idea of a vacation, but you made the best of it, forming friendships with other players, siblings along the way. To my teammates at every stage, I was blessed to have some of the best. You celebrated my successes as if they were your own, and that meant everything. And to my partner in crime at Martinsville, April, who is also being inducted tonight, I always say how lucky I was to play alongside someone who only cared about winning. We never compared ourselves to each other or competed against one another. It was always team first. You, along with the rest of our teammates, are the reason we are receiving this honor tonight, because without a successful team, none of this is possible. To the Martinsville community that showed up in the masses to support our program, thank you. You loved your Lady Artesians and were proud of us. I felt so blessed to play in front of packed gyms wearing Martinsville colors, with caravans following our bus to big games and crowds lining the streets to celebrate our state titles. You'd have thought we were movie stars. Tonight is truly a dream come true, and I'm so grateful to have my family here to celebrate with me. David, my husband, thank you for your constant support and for always trying to keep me grounded. Most would say that's an impossible task, but you take it on every day. I'm so lucky to walk through life with you by my side. You're always there for me and my biggest supporter and my best friend. And to my boys, Ryan, Tyler, and CJ, who share my love of the game, thank you for allowing me to share something that has meant so much to me throughout my life, and for letting me coach you. I've truly loved the time we spent together on the court, and I will always cherish those moments we've shared. Thank you.
Kristen.
Ready to walk
Great
away.
job. Great job.
don't ever apologize for showing emotion. Because this is a big night. And when we think about people who are not with us anymore and know what they did to help so many of these girls, that makes a huge difference. So we share the pleasure of knowing who those people are and were to you through you. Mary Jo Noon. She was Jefferson High School in 1998. Mary Jo amazed totals of 1,368 points, 818 rebounds, 167 blocks over 4 seasons as the Jeffersonville team went 65-17 and won the sectional and regional titles as a senior. In 1998, she was an All-Star. She was a 1998 Nike All-American, a 1998 AP First Team All-State, 2-time Clark County Player of the Year, and 3-time All-Hoosier Hills Conference. Mary Jo went on to Purdue, where she totaled 1,008 points and 483 rebounds in her 4 seasons as a player, sitting out the 1998-99 injury-plagued year. The Boilermakers went on to 103-29 while winning 2 Big Ten regular season titles, 2 Big Ten tournament crowns, played in 4 NCAA tournaments, and finished with the tournament crowns and, of course, with the great national honors. They were 2001 NCAA national runners-up during the time on the court. Twice voted honorable mention All Big Ten, Mary Jo was drafted by the WNBA Los Angeles Sparks. Mary Jo considers her greatest basketball accomplishment the teammates she played with on the court every day with. Throughout the ups and the downs, injury or not injured, it was just like in life. It's the people who are surrounding yourself with you every day that make the difference. She currently works as a clinical field specialist for Edwards Life Sciences Corporation and has 1 son, Mary Jo Noon.
Congratulations.
Fix the mic. Thank you. So first, standing up here tonight, being inducted into the Indiana Hall of Fame was not something I ever imagined. When I first stepped foot in the gym as a kid with big dreams and no guarantees, I did not get here alone. I first want to congratulate all the inductees who are here tonight. Your hard work paid off, and it's an honor to stand up here amongst the greats in Indiana high school basketball. Your impact will be felt for generations to come. Next, thanks to my parents and my family. Thanks for all the early mornings, the late nights, the rides, the sacrifices, the money spent, and the belief you had in me before I even believed in myself. You are truly my foundation. To my coaches, you didn't just teach me the game. You taught me discipline, resilience, and what it means to be part of something bigger than yourself. You pushed me when I needed it the most and never let me settle. I'm sure that was a battle. To my teammates, you are my sisters, my second family. The memories we made, the wins, losses, practices, laughter, all those moments shaped my life more than any trophy ever could. To my fans in the community and everyone who supported me and my teams, you made every game feel important. You gave us something to play for beyond ourselves. Being part of the Indiana High School athletics is special. It's not just about championships. It's about heart. It's about pride. It's about representing something that lasts longer than the final buzzer. The honor isn't just mine. It belongs to everyone who is part of this journey. If there is one thing I've learned, it's this. Success isn't defined by the scoreboard. It's defined by how you show up, how you treat people,
and how you keep going when things are hard. To the young athletes out there, dream big, work hard, and don't ever take moments for granted. They go by way too fast. Tonight, I am truly humbled. I am grateful, and I am proud to be forever part of this incredible tradition. Thank you.
In the area that I broadcast, basically, I get an opportunity to go to Peru, and I've seen this picture at the end of the gymnasium with Lauren Rice and with John Garrett. Those of you who are Peru know all well and good what that means. So, Lauren, I'm glad to see you in person. I've seen, and you know, there's a little bit of a joke about that. They said that that was probably the only time you ever wore red. Is that the truth? When you had the all-star uniform on? Because obviously that wasn't what you did after school, after high school. You or John, either one. Okay, Lauren Rice. Lauren Rice is from Peru, Indiana, and played for Peru High School in 1996. Lauren set school records with 1,805 points, 1,024 rebounds, 294 steals, and multiple shooting categories over 4 seasons, with leading Peru 57-24 record in 2 Central Indiana Conference titles. She was a 1996 All-Star, a 1996 AP All-Team All-State, a 1995 Hall of Fame Classic All-Tournament, 3 all-time Loganland, 4 all-time All-Conference, and 2-time Street and Smith's preseason All-American. Lauren went on to Duke University, where she totaled 1,790 points, 790 rather, and 606 rebounds, 204 assists, and 137 steals over 4 seasons, as the Blue Devils went 1,032 and won 2 Atlantic Coast Conference regular season titles, 1 AC tournament, and 1 played in 4 double NCAA tournaments, including a 1999 runner-up for the national title. Lauren was voted ACC All-Tournament as a senior. She coached at South Alabama for 1 year, and served as the Director of Technology for Duke Women's Basketball for 10 years. Since 2016, Lauren has worked for the Duke School of Law, currently as a Senior Regional Director of Development. She was inducted in the Peru High School Athletic Hall of Fame in 2011. And when asked how she handled pressure on the court playing in 4 NCAA tournaments, Lauren replied, "We had a great coach, a great staff, and great preparation." Lauren Rice.
Few of you mastered this mic, so I'm going to try to stay real still like you did. Thank you. It's really difficult. First of all, thank you to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. I don't get back to Indiana too often unless it's a family event or some reason, so it's been great to be back. It's been great to see some people that I played against in high school and even at the college ranks, so it's been really just a wonderful day. So thank you to everybody for nominating me. But this whole process has been interesting as you think back to when you're 14 to like 17 years old. I know some of us said we learned to drive during this time, so it's a little bit interesting to reflect back to that time, and those are years that some of us want to block out in some ways. So first of all, I want to thank my family. I feel like my dad's been giddy all day. Like he put in a lot of miles with me. I did learn to drive during this time. He had me going all over the place. And then I think my mom, who's a school teacher, would be a little upset if I didn't mention the academic side of everything. So I know we talked a lot about basketball, but academics were very important in our family, and a big reason why I ended up at Duke and continue to stay in an academic environment. My mom was a school teacher and retired in Indiana State Schools, so it was a big part of everything on top of the basketball part. So the rest of my family is here as well. I have siblings who want to take all the credit for all of my success.
They're nodding their heads, so my sister's the only one that's the one. My brothers want to take all the credit. So thank you all for being here tonight, and I have some of my friends here as well. My friend Emily, my biggest fan Katie, and my point guard Mandy, thanks for being here. And I have some of my North Carolina family here as well, so thank you all for being here tonight. My high school coach, Ron Byram, is here. He unfortunately had to coach me through 4 years of varsity volleyball and 4 years of varsity basketball. And he was also a math teacher in our school. So he spent a lot of time with me. So bless you. You survived it. We survived it together somehow. And thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate it. And then I think I would regret not thanking my AAU program that I was a part of during my years. I was a part of the More Magic program, and I was coached by some of the greats. Some are in the hall. Jimmy Howe, Russ Sarfati, and Kurt Bell were just some great, on top of Coach Byram, I had some great coaching, and I really just can't thank them enough for all the advice and just pushing me, and I think they allowed me to think more globally as a player. So it was just a great part of. The other part about, I think, being inducted at this point is there's some people that are no longer with me, and so I just want to take a minute to give a shout out to Stan Moore, who formed the More Magic program. It was a big influence on my life. Gary Lowe, Bob Biddle, and Bob Macy, and there was a group of oldies that were probably the age I am now, but I called them oldies, and they invited me to play half-court basketball, and I literally look forward to that invitation. And keep in mind, we're not texting anyone, so you had to wait for someone to physically ask you to play. And that group of guys just toughened me up and really showed me kind of the next step that I was going to need to take to be successful. So just thank you to all those guys out there. So I also want to thank all the people back in Peru for all their support. And when I was named an inductee, they welcomed me back to Peru, and I hadn't really been back in a long time. It was just really great to see faces I hadn't seen in a long time, and to just get a feel for that community. Like I said, I live in North Carolina now, so I'm not back very much. So it's really an honor to be here, and I just want to thank the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame again. It's been a tremendous day, and congrats to all the inductees. Thank you.
As you can tell from the bios and what people are talking about right now, and you can get more of that in your book, and you take some time to really look at the program in the book, and I think you'll be even more enlightened. These people have gone on to do great things. We talked about that with the Silver Anniversary team, what some of these ladies have accomplished and what is ahead of them yet in life. And we think about the people that have been up here honored for basketball, but really learned that it is more than a game, because it teaches you lifetime skills. So it's just fun to listen to what they've done in their lives. Well, it comes now for the only man on the group, well, the exception of our president. Okay, Todd Skalowski is a Cambridge City Lincoln High School 1976 person that we'd like to honor tonight. He combined 232 and 99 record with 2 classes and 2 state championships, and had 2 state runners-up finishes in 14 seasons as girls basketball coach at Shenandoah. His Raiders also captured 8 White River Athletics Conference banners, 9 sectional titles, 5 regional crowns, and 4 semi-state trophies. Todd was an all-conference honorable mention all-state athlete at Cambridge City, Lincoln, before attending Ball State to earn an education degree. He started his career as a teacher and a coach at Morristown, then moved to Shenandoah in 1984 and 1985 season, serving 7 seasons as head football coach and 6 seasons as head basketball coach. He took over the girls program in 1996-97, winning state titles in 2003 and 2005. We asked Todd if it was difficult to transition from football to baseball to coaching girls back in 1996. He said, not really. we never really treated them like girls. Our kind of coach. Treat them like basketball players, not girls. We treated them like basketball players. During his tenure, he received numerous coaching awards and was an Indiana All-Star assistant coach in 2006. Since 2010, he has served as athletic director at Shenandoah. He and his wife, Dana, have one son and 4 grandchildren. Todd Sikowski.
My wife is timing me tonight. This is not the start of my speech, so do not start the timer yet. I have 2 things that I want to get out real quick. Some of you, if you come next year, you'll get to hear about how we lost to Southwestern in the 2A state finals. I see Rachel King has left before I could congratulate her on causing most of the 23 turnovers in the 2001 game. And the second thing, before I get my speech started, is I would like to let everybody know, if you put a pig in a tux, this is kind of what it looks like. All right, Dana, start the timer. I would like to begin tonight by thanking the members of the Hall of Fame Induction Committee for even considering me for membership, yet nonetheless voting me into this most prestigious organization. Congratulations to all of the other inductees on outstanding careers and a well-deserved night of recognition. In fact, my whole speech tonight should be about thanking all of the people that worked with me throughout my career. I want to start at the beginning. I have a counselor at Ball State to thank, but I don't remember her name. I was a computer science major into my sophomore year when I discovered that calculus became a life-changing class for me. In those days, a computer science major had to take 4 calculus classes. I just finished my 3rd. I got a B in the first one, a C in the second one, and a D in the third one. My calculus was not getting better, but I was pretty good at pattern recognition. And I knew if I took the 4th class, I was not going to be a computer science major. So I made a trip to the counselor and I asked for advice in the form of, is there a major I can switch to and not fall behind credit-wise? Because my dad would have killed me. And she replied, have you ever considered teaching? And I said, sign me up. So we started right there. And I just discovered that my pages are out of order. Dana, if that was you, that was, wow. Maybe they're not. All right, so in the fall of 1980, I accepted a job with Morristown Junior High School to teach 7th and 8th grade math, coach junior high football, and coach 7th grade boys basketball, for which I was handsomely rewarded with a salary of $12,382. I was also married in the summer of 1980 to my lovely bride, Dana. We were gifted a bottle of champagne at our wedding, and we decided we would wait to open it until after I got my first win as a coach. Well, football season came and went, and the champagne chilled nicely. Then came basketball season, and near Christmas, in the small town of Carthage, the Yellow Jackets pulled off an amazing win, and I found out that I really didn't care for the taste of champagne after all. Dana and I lived in Newcastle at that time and attended Newcastle Trojan basketball games regularly. The sectional of 1981 was when I really saw what basketball in Indiana was all about. This team from Northwest Henry County made a big splash by winning the Newcastle sectional. That was Shenandoah. We loved watching this cocky point guard, Scott Hetty, and his larger-than-life coach dad, Bob, parading the sideline. So much so that we followed them to the regional, the semi-state, and the state finals. When we tried to get tickets to the state finals, we couldn't even get seats together, so we sat sections apart. And though that game didn't end well, I saw what it was like for a small community to come together and celebrate basketball. When I had a chance in 1984 to join the staff at Shenandoah, Dana and I were elated. We moved to Middletown with our then 2-year-old son, AJ. We thought if somehow he could end up playing for Coach Hetty, that would be awesome. Turned out that Coach Hetty would leave after that season. Oh well. Our second year there, I was named head football coach, and we had a magical 10-0 season before falling in the sectional final to another 10-0 team. We did manage to win a sectional in the fall of 1986 and traveled to Whitco, some of you might remember this, for a regional contest that we lost 21-20 after having a 20-0 lead heading into the fourth quarter. I coached football for a few years after that, 7 in all, and then moved into basketball. I accepted a job coaching freshman basketball and had a really great group to work with. We won a lot of games and had lots of fun together. I took a promotion to JV boys coach the next season, where we went 16-4. We were on a roll. And then next season, we were 4-16. That rolled too. I had trouble with agreeing with some officials' decisions that season. Imagine that if you know me and saw me coach. And one of them suggested that I get my refereeing license. So I did. I officiated for the next 10 years, and I seriously enjoyed every minute of it. I got to referee in some of the greatest gyms in Indiana. I went from Merrillville in the north to Terre Haute in the west, as far south as Jennings County. Throw in the Newcastle Fieldhouse, Marion, Kokomo, Greenfield, and Rushville, to name a few. But I got upset that I didn't get awarded a regional, and I decided that was going to be it. Also, the girls' basketball job had become open at Shenandoah, so I applied for it. It came down to me and a much younger, much better-looking candidate. Shenandoah went with the safer choice and hired ugly. At this time, Shenandoah had not had great success in girls' basketball. We rounded up a coaching staff and went 12-11 that first season. We had a junior high team that was pretty decent join us the next year. In fact, that kept happening for a few years, and we were off and running. Now is a good time to recognize the people that got me here. Those successful junior high teams were the products of several parents that decided very early in these girls' lives that they were going to be basketball players. I have a saying that comes up every so often now as the AD at Shenandoah, and that is, parents make players and coaches make teams. And I think we heard a lot of that tonight from a lot of very talented basketball players that honored their parents tonight. Parents like Dave Kiesling, father of Casey and Kara, Dave McCord, Kelly and Charlie, Alan Troxel, Kelly Troxel, Richard Warner, Taryn and Tyla, Ty Bousman, Morgan, Tom Reddington, Ashley, and of course, Jeff Miller and Chelsea. Thanks to all of you for helping instill an incredible work ethic and competitive drive in your daughters and their teammates at a very early age. That brings me to the coaches. First and foremost would be Coach Dale Griggs. Dale was with the program from the start and taught me one of the greatest lessons that I needed to learn as a coach. Dale left practice one day in the middle of practice, and I followed him out to the hall. I asked what he was doing, and he replied, "You don't need me, you're trying to do it all by yourself anyway." And he was right. I promised that if he came back, things would be different. I handed over the responsibility of coaching our defense solely to Coach Griggs, and we never looked back. Thank you to Coach Griggs, the Minister of Defense. Next up, Tom Reddington. Tom Reddington was the Minister of Toughness. Tom constantly preached rebounding and toughness to our girls. I love that Tom instilled into our players that when a held ball was called, we always ended up with the ball in our hands. Small psychological victory indeed. Thank you, Coach Reddington. For a few years, we actually had a minister on our staff. That would be the late Marty Ballard. Marty kept us all grounded into what was really important. He often had to counsel a certain hot-headed coach or a player that was dealing with a tough home life. He was magnificent. The only time Marty did not make sense to our players was when he came in to give us a send-off speech prior to us leaving for our third consecutive trip to the state finals in 2003. Having lost the first two, Marty talked about 10 minutes getting the girls pumped up and finished with, remember girls, you are not the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. I don't think our girls picked up on that, but I knew that I understood the reference only too well. The only difference was that Buffalo had opportunity to win those games, and in 2 trips to the state finals, we never led a single second. Coach Kathy Terrell joined us for those state finals runs and brought with her an amazing understanding of post play. Kathy was a member of some really good teams from Union High School in Modoc and coached our JV team as well. Her contribution, as well as contributions from Robin Riggs, were essential. Coach Riggs is arguably the best athlete that has come through Shenandoah, and he did an amazing job of getting our point guards ready. Then comes Coach Miller, Jeff Miller. I recall sitting on my couch one day in the summer of 2001 and getting a call from Coach Miller. He said he was bringing his daughter to Shenandoah from Tri to play basketball. Coach was told that Tri-High did not want him coaching his daughter, and she said, fine. They don't want you, they don't want me. I'll go to Shenandoah and play. After I got up off the floor, I asked if he was being serious and was told yes. Chelsea obviously made a huge difference, as did Jeff. Jeff was a nemesis of the freshman team that I coached, beating us soundly. He joined our staff in 2002 and 2003 and brought with him concepts of offensive basketball that ultimately helped push us over the top. I also had the great pleasure of working with 2 outstanding administrators during my time coaching at Shenandoah. They are already both Hall of Famers in their own right. Rick Penn is in the Shenandoah Hall of Fame. He was the AD that hired me and was also a mentor in my coaching career. Rick was the assistant coach on the before-mentioned 1981 boys state finals team and was also a head coach for the 3 years that I worked in the boys program. Charlie Willis, a member of the Delaware County Hall of Fame, was the principal during my stretch as girls coach at Shenandoah. He helped to shape me into an administrative role and also provided me with feedback concerning basketball strategies. I'm not sure how many times these 2 men stood with me after games in the old office area at Shenandoah as I was calling in scores to the local papers. These sessions would often last an hour or more. Each time I was able to gain some kind of an advantage or get a vantage point that I did not see as a coach. Rick made the schedule very tough as AD. We played the best teams he could find: Yorktown, Newcastle, Pendleton Heights, Mount Vernon, Fort Wayne Lures, the Hall of Fame Classic, where we matched up with a team that beat us in the 2002 championship game, Southwestern of Hanover, and an undefeated Beech Grove team with Katie Geralds, whom we lost to in the championship game in overtime. Charlie knew my passion for scouting and preparation, and honestly, I feel the only reason I feel like I belong here tonight is because I did a good job scouting and prepping. I drove a rear-wheel drive Mustang for many years, and one President's Day when we were out of school, I was going to drive to northern Indiana to pick up tapes of our next opponent. A severe snowstorm almost cost me the trip, but my principal called and said he would drive me. We covered nearly 300 miles that day, picking up a dozen or so films. I doubt anybody that coached had a principal like that. The current administration is also great to work with. Superintendent and former high school principal Jacob Weezy, Assistant Superintendent Chandler Cross, current principal Greg Allen, Assistant Principal Daniel Hanson, Middle School Principal Scott Widener, our tech guy, Trent Conyers, you might remember him from the SNL skit, Move. Past Superintendent Ron Green also provided guidance and inspiration, and Brittany Hellman is now the principal of our elementary school. She played on our 2001 team. Then, wow, so many great players, so many selfless players, so many players that put individual goals aside for team success. We never had a player average 20 points or more a game, but one season we had 5 that averaged double digits. We had this school career scoring record broken by Angie Becker, Kelly Troxel, Amanda Norris, and Chelsea Miller, all 1,000-point-plus scorers. We also had Casey Kiesling that scored 986, and her sister Kara, she was over 1,000 despite not wanting to be a scorer. Charlie McCord and Jasmine Rogers were two undersized post players who did the dirty work inside for us. Both had the potential to be a leading scorer type had they played for a different team. Kara and Amanda were also both awarded the Pat Roy Award for mental attitude in their senior seasons. We had an intimidating force in the middle in Taryn Warner, deadly shooters like Miller and Amber McKinley. One of the toughest kids we ever coached was Suzanne Pressel, who you might know better as Miss Softball 2006. Jessica Green joined us for the 2003-2004 year as a junior after her father Ron was named superintendent at Shenandoah. 2004 was a year we might have won a state championship, but for Jessica getting her knee blown up in a sectional championship game and Chelsea trying to play with a broken shooting hand. Jessica and Amber both hit three-point shots from a similar spot on the floor at crucial times in state championship games 2 years apart. We had tremendous role players in Ashley Smith, Brittany Garner, now Brittany Hellman, the elementary principal, Jana Lee Atkinson, Emily Gray, Danielle Crothers, Kelly Thompson, and Tasha Cass. Last but not least, I want to thank my family. My mom and dad have both passed, but both certainly played a major role in my life. My mom was the one who baked cookies for bus rides when we played football games and often shouted, "Look out, Butchie," right before someone would tackle me in football. And yes, I heard her. I did have a butch haircut at one time. Really nice. My dad was a man of few words. When he did speak, it was heard in volumes. He once taught me the meaning of humility after my best football game ever. I had just scored 2 touchdowns and passed for 2 more touchdowns. My enthusiasm was unbridled as I rolled out of bed on Saturday morning and grabbed the sports page. You see, I just couldn't wait to read about me. I opened the paper to find that my dad had already clipped out the story, not for my scrapbook, for my ego. A lesson I hope that I learned well enough over the years to give credit where credit is due and to be a great teammate. My sister Judy flew in tonight, along with her husband Joe. My younger sister is now retired, but worked for many years as a college administrator. It's very humble to be around my sister and Joe. Judy has hosted presidents and other world leaders, and she specifically asked me to mention Neil Armstrong, that's her favorite, as a college administrator, while Joe has over 100 patents in the field of, I don't know what to call it because I only made it to Calculus 3. I want to thank them for being here with me tonight, along with my nephew Matthew and Mahashri. I truly love you all. My wife's family also helped shape me as a coach and provided lots of encouragement and feedback, especially during the downtimes. Her father, Buzz, coached football for 40 years and picked up the slack when my own father passed away, just barely a month after our son was born in 1982. You all remember 1982, I'm sure. That was the year Scott Skiles led Plymouth to a state championship. That was the day my dad passed away. Dana's brothers were both high school athletes. Scott and his wife, Christy, came to nearly every Shenandoah girls basketball game for 10 years. Jason, a Newcastle grad, went on to play football at Rose-Hulman, where he shattered every passing record that Rose-Hulman had. He is in Newcastle and Rose-Hulman's Hall of Fame. Jason's wife, Kathleen, and daughters, Taylor, Lexi, and Shaylee, along with Taylor's husband, Luke, are right down here tonight, along with Cooper. Thank you for being here. I love you all very much. How am I doing for time, Dan? And that leaves only, I could cut this part out. That part I was talking about my wife. If I've been too long, I can cut it out. And that leaves only Dana. A romance that began in 1974 on the long walk from the game field at Eastern Hancock to the visitors' locker room. The prettiest cheerleader I've ever seen gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I floated the final quarter mile to the locker room. We met later behind the locker room at Lincoln when the bus got back, and I was hooked. Dana graduated a year before me, but we managed to continue a somewhat long-distance relationship while I toiled away at Lincoln. I followed her to Ball State, and we were able to finally marry in the summer of 1980. Being the daughter of a coach certainly helped our marriage. She knew what to expect in terms of time spent away from the family. I was lucky to have her after the loss to Whitco and state finals losses in consecutive years in 2001, 2002. She picked up the pieces and got me going again. Can you imagine having to deal with me for almost 3 years after losing 2 state finals? Dana, you're truly a saint. I could never have done any of this without you being by my side in the bleachers. You've been the one constant in my life for the past 50 years. You kept me grounded when I needed to be, and as you like to say, I make you look normal to the rest of the world. Thank you, and I love you. Thank you for this time. It was neither a dream nor a goal to be in the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. It just goes to show you what can happen when you're surrounded by great people. Thank you all.
Said a little bit earlier that we didn't have the representative here, but we really do. So I spoke a little bit too soon on that. Oh, that. Our next inductee is April McDivitt Schilling. April McDivitt Schilling, Connersville High School, 1999. The 1999 Miss Basketball, April set school records of 1,908 points, 554 assists, 446 steals, and 271 three-pointers, while adding 326 rebounds for Connersville. Named to the 1999 WBCA Nike All-American Game, April was also 4-time AP All-State, 3-time IHGAA, and also All-State from that category. She was a 4-time All-American area, and April went on to go to Tennessee, where she played for the legendary coach, Pat Summitt. She was there for 3 years, totaling 519 points, 151 rebounds, and 196 assists for the Lady Vols team, and won 3 SEC regular season titles. She completed her college career at the UC Santa Barbara, keying on the Ganchos and a 27-7 season while she was there, the Big West Conference title, and an NCAA champs, and the New York Liberty. This was something that nobody really thought about too much then, but she played in WNBA training camps with the New York Liberty, which pretty much set her up. The Minnesota Lynx and the Washington Mystics. After college, she coached multi-levels, including high school, prep school, and the WNBA. She is currently scout for the Indiana Fever. April said that Coach Pat Summitt taught her how to fight with professionalism. She remembers watching game film in Coach Summitt's office. It has helped her so much. She and her husband, Ed, a 2026 Men's Indiana High School Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, have 2 daughters, April McDivitt Schilling.
Here. Oh, thank you to the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. It's a great time to be here. What an incredible class to be inducted with. It truly feels like an Indiana's finest reunion in some ways, with Mary Jo and Kristen and Heather April at the end. You know, and Coach Pat McKee is watching on the stream, so shout out to him. Part of my development. So, and now I'm here again, just in the different phase in the club world. I have 2 up-and-coming hoopers, Ava and Callie. Give a nice wave. There we go. So it's funny how life comes full circle. Now I'm the one logging the miles and driving across the country at tournaments, and just like I did growing up. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for all of those sacrifices. I want to start first by thanking my first coach, my dad. He was he broke down film in the first grade. And this is not like flipping your phone out, okay? I'm dating myself big time, but it's one of those big cameras you had to rent from Blockbuster, and it was very intentional. But that was where I fell in love with the game. He taught me the attention to detail, his passion. He was a basketball player. It's where I really, where my love for the game really started. So I wanted to start by that. I spent hours watching NBA, VHS tapes, Pistol Pete, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, studying the game, falling in love more and more every day. We didn't have the WNBA around at that time. So by the time I got to high school, I set 4 goals. Win a state championship, earn a college scholarship, graduate with honors, academic honors, and become Miss Basketball. And I went 3 out of 4. Because of many people on this stage, I didn't get 4 of 4. April, Kristen, New Albany, thank you for that. But that's okay. It was great to grow up playing Indiana basketball. I remember being as a little girl in the Spartan Bowl, sitting in the stands, dreaming about the day I'd run out of the tunnel and the red and white candy stripes and the lights and the energy and, you know, just, it felt bigger than life. The Chicago Bulls anthem pregame with the spotlights, and you just felt like you were really important. My mom also played a very big role in my time and development growing up. Before I was a freshman, they didn't have the girls on the radio. They had the boys on the radio. They didn't have the girls on the radio. And she was told that no one would support it. So what did she do? She went door to door to the local businesses and she made it happen. And so till this day, they're on the radio. Yeah. And she taught me so much, most importantly, what it looks like to fight for inequality and fight for equality when there is inequality and opportunity, and never take no for an answer. So thank you, Mama. There's nothing like a packed, sold-out Spartan Bowl on a Saturday night. I've been incredibly blessed to be a part of a strong basketball family. My husband, Ed Schilling, was inducted to the Hall of Fame last month. My mother-in-law, Ina, who is here, her father, Walter Cross, is also in the Hall of Fame. My sister, another Spartan, who was a lethal, big-time outside shooter, went on to play at Butler. She's here tonight with her husband, Andy, and their 3 kids. Shout out to Ace, Emmy, and Ivy. Yeah. Who are all the 90th percentile for their height, so we're hoping for some future stretch 4s in the family and get away from the point guards, shooting guards. I also want to thank coaches who helped shape me and push me to be my best. Started with my dad, Coach Pat McKee, Larry Miller, my high school coach, Pat Summit, who I learned so much from and am thankful for, Corey Close, who had just an incredible year with UCLA Bruins. And today, I am player personnel for the India Fever, who had a win tonight, or today. Go Fever. I feel so fortunate to be a part of this game. It's taken me all over the world and brought me right back here to the state. Because as you all know, in 49 states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Thank you.
It's great when they come home, isn't it? When they come home to stay, it's really great. Next up, April Taylor Percy. April Taylor Percy, Martinsville High School, 1998. April totaled at 1,930 points, 653 rebounds, 248 assists, and 482 steals in 4 high school seasons as a freshman and sophomore at Eminence and junior and senior at Martinsville. She played 4 teams that went 95-4 and won 4 sectionals, 2 regionals, 2 semi-states, and the 1997 state title and 1998 Class 4A state title. A 1998 Indiana All-Star Super Team, Co-Player of the Year, MVP of the 1997 state finals, and a 4-time All-Conference selection. She went on to Florida State, where she stands the 10th with 1,530 points, 7th with 387 assists, and 6th with 217 steals, all at FSU. Her career list while adding 397 rebounds in 4 seasons for the Seminoles. April was named to the 1999 Athletic Coast Conference All-Freshman Team, 2001 Third Team All-ACC, played in the 2001 NCAA Tournament, and was honored as an ACC legend in 2013. When we asked what advice she would have for the next generation of female athletes, April told them to chase their goals with confidence, knowing that every drill, every setback, every small win is shaping you into a stronger athlete and person. She worked as a teacher and coach in Florida for 21 years. Since 2023, April has operated Ballers Basketball Academy in Miami. She and her husband, Terry, have 4 children. April Taylor.
Up. If I had $1 for every head nod tonight, I would have a pocket full. So, thank you. Good evening. This is truly an honor. I want to first thank everyone who made tonight possible. Thank you to the committee for this prestigious honor. Thank you to my family and friends who are here supporting me tonight. When I first received the call about my induction, I was overwhelmed with gratitude. My first thought was, wait, isn't there an age restriction for something like this? Am I even old enough to receive this? But then it hit me. April, I'm going to be wearing your bifocals to read this speech. You have earned your time here. So thank you. All jokes aside, this honor is truly humbling, and I'm deeply grateful to be recognized in this way. They say in Indiana, basketball is a way of life. But for me, it started as something even deeper. My journey began in Eminence, Indiana, a small town with a big heart for the game. And what a time it was. Packed gyms, police escorts to sectional and regional tournaments, and this belief that we were part of something special. We watched Hoosiers and truly believed that we were next, that we were going to do what Hickory did. Long before the packed gyms, my first teammate and my first role model was my sister, Danielle. Danielle, you were my first friend, and from the very beginning, I looked up to you. The way you played, the way you competed, the way you carried yourself, I wanted to be just like you. I still remember racing from the bus up our long driveway, thinking this might be the time I finally win. And just when I thought I had it, I'd glance over and see this flash of red hair flying past me as you pulled ahead. And somehow, that didn't just stay in the driveway. I remember a track meet, running the 300 hurdles, coming down the final stretch in first place, thinking I had it, only to look to my right and see that same flash of red hair zooming past me again. Some things never changed, but you set the standard. You showed me what passion and grit looked like before I even understood the game. Everything I have in me started right there, just trying to keep up with you. I wouldn't be standing on this stage tonight without you. But the real foundation of everything I am is sitting right there. The one with the most head nods tonight. Mom and Dad, thank you for the thousands of miles, the sacrifices, and your unconditional love. Whether I played the best game of my life or the worst, you were always the same, my biggest supporters and my steady ground. This honor belongs to you as much as it does to me. That grit carried me to Indiana's finest Black Cats, where I had the privilege of playing for Coach Pat McKee, along incredible teammates, including Mary Jo Noon, April McDivitt-Schillings, who are also, as you know, inductees tonight. April and I shared a special bond. Was it because we had the same name or the same passion for the game? Probably both. We traveled the country chasing a dream, and to be inducted alongside my lifelong friend is something I'll always cherish. When I arrived at Martinsville for my junior and senior years, I found another sister in arms in Kristen Bodine. Kristen, they called us the dynamic duo, and our team a powerhouse. Back-to-back state titles in 97 and 98. But it wasn't just the wins. It was how we pushed each other. We played for each other, always putting the team above everything else. That's what made us special. And I'm so proud we're entering the hall together, just like we stood together in those championship huddles. But none of that happens without legendary coach Jan Connor. Coach, you didn't just build a team, you built a culture. You taught us that being an artesian meant having the heart of a champion. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for pushing us. Thank you for the tools to be great. We owe it to you. Thank you. Basketball has given me trophies, but more importantly, it gave me people. Sisters, mentors, a community that shaped who I am. And now, I get to pass that on to my players in Miami, Florida. If you're still up, I told them 6 o'clock, it's now 9. From the Ballers organization who are watching tonight, I hope you see that with hard work, grit, determination, and the right people beside you, anything is possible. Because I was once just a girl in a driveway in a small town trying to keep up. And now, I am proud to be a girl from Eminence, a Martinsville Artesian, a Florida State Seminole, an ACC legend, and a member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame.
And there was one. Been a long way. Ready? Good, good. Eileen Weber, Washington Catholic High School, 1994. Eileen, yes, you go ahead. Let's give her a round of applause. She's waited all night. Eileen posted school records of 1,879 points, 858 rebounds, 212 over 4 at Washington Catholic. The teams won 47-34 on a 1991 section. As a senior, Eileen was the state's leading scorer with a 31.7 average. She had a 1994 Indiana All-Stars jersey. She was a 1994 ICGSA First Team All-State, a 1994 Southwestern Indiana Player of the Year, 3-time All-Southern Southwestern Indiana, 3-time First Team All-Blue Chip Conference. Went on to the University of Southern Indiana. For there, she was a standout and didn't have much trouble scoring 1,847 points again. Third with 8 rebounds. Fourth with 186 steals to a side career list. She led teams to win 160 on 3 Great Lakes Valley regular season titles. First, LVC tournament, 1993, and played in NCAA Division national tournaments. Producing a 1997 national great job with the time WBCA Kodak D2 All-American title, a 1998 GLVC Player of the Year, 1995 GLVC Newcomer of the Year, and 4-time All-GLVC Player and 3-time GLVC All-American Sectional, and she also did this during a great career academically. During the first week as a freshman in her year, she was named the Chancellor Dugan at Southern Indiana. Let me start this all over again. During her coaching career, get a little glare over there. There you go. Sorry, Eileen. Eileen told us she received the best advice during her first week of her freshman year from her coach. That was Chancellor Dugan of Southern Indiana. It was to quit playing like a freshman and start playing based on your capabilities. She was inducted in the USI Athletic Hall of Fame in 2009, the GLVC Hall of Fame in 2012, and since 2019, Eileen has worked for Alnex USA of Alpharetta, Georgia. Is that right? Did I pronounce that right? Alpharetta. I was close, but not close enough. Alpharetta, Georgia. Currently as Director of Research and Development for the Americas. That's Eileen Weber. Come on up here.
I guess I stand between you and going home, so. All right, good evening. For me to be standing here tonight is something I never imagined, and I'm grateful to be part of this celebration and everything today. First, I want to recognize the other inductees, the Silver Anniversary honorees. Tonight, we celebrate people who've achieved greatness in their own right, and it's a privilege just to share this room with you. When you walk in here, you can feel the history, the excellence, the pride that has built and continues to build Indiana as the greatest basketball state. As I thought about what this moment means, I kept going back to last year when my company nominated me for a Women in Business Leadership Award. And as part of that nomination, I was asked to reflect on my leadership journey. That seems really simple until you try to put into words who you are and how you got that way. The truth is, my leadership didn't start in a conference room. It started on the court. It started in those moments where you learn your role and how to contribute, where you push yourself past what you think you're capable of, where you put the team before yourself because that's the only way anything meaningful gets done. And like all sports, it taught me very early that life isn't always fair. And somewhere along the way, you realize the real lesson isn't about winning or losing. It's about how you respond to what life hands you. Or to steal the words of Indiana's own, the great John Wooden, life works out best for those who make the best of how life works out. Recognizing these words have carried me through so many chapters. I'm grateful for the people who were there along the way. I'm thankful to have played with teammates who made the hard days lighter and the good days unforgettable. It was bigger than trophies and records. It was the work that we did when no one was watching. In high school, it was those endless running of those treacherous steps in the balconies of the birdcage. And then the great accomplishment of winning the first girls sectional title in Washington Catholic history. In college, it was the season that started with a long bus ride to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We got our butts beat by our rival, and then we had a snowstorm delaying the long ride home. Something about that trip, though, bonded us. From that point on, we never lost again until the national championship game. Along the way, we captured the only perfect 20-0 Great Lakes Valley Conference regular season and led the nation in scoring with a pressing defense that defined us as a team. It was one of those rare seasons where everything clicked: the belief, the chemistry, the way we played for each other. To all of my coaches, I want to thank you for pushing me, challenging me, and refusing to let me settle. Each of my coaches had their unique style. In high school, Coach Bill O'Brien, it was the booming voice and the stomping foot that would cut through any gymnasium. In college, Coach Chancellor Dugan, it was the unforgettable, "Damn it, Weber," that followed me everywhere. So much, I started to wonder if it was becoming my official name. But behind every one of those coaching moments was belief, a belief that changed how I competed and how I carried myself. I want to thank those who raised and educated me, Washington and the surrounding community, Washington Catholic Schools, and the University of Southern Indiana. Each one shaped who I became, not just as an athlete, but as a person. To my family, my siblings were my first heroes. I wanted so badly to be like them. In our driveway, the rule was simple. I couldn't play with them unless I could make a basket on my own. That gave me motivation. But it wasn't really in the athletic sense that I looked up to them. It was as people. They set the bar high. Baby Weber wasn't just a sweet moniker coming from the community that knew all 5 of my older siblings. It came with expectations. It came with a standard. It's one I worked hard to uphold in athletics, in academics, and most importantly, in character. And lastly, to my parents, thank you for teaching me the things that matter most in life. I wouldn't be standing here tonight without their steady support. My father passed away last month, and I'm grateful I was able to share the honor with him before he left us. True to form, he didn't say much. He just smiled. He told me he was proud of me. I have incredible memories of the years I played this sport, and my parents did too. Following my journey gave them joy, and many of the memories we held on to the most were the small things. The inside stories only we shared, and getting to revisit just a few of those with my dad that one last time was something special. My mother, she was the one who always kept me humble. She also passed away a few years ago, but in my formative years, she was the one who reminded me again and again. Don't brag. People don't like that. If you're good enough and you work hard enough, people will notice. You don't have to tell them. So to all those who had a hand in my story over the years, and to the Hall of Fame Selection Committee, I just want to say thank you for noticing.
Okay, our final act for tonight's award program is the official proclamation for our inductees. Therefore, if I would like to have all of the evening's folks at the head table to my left and right, please stand. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as president of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you into permanent enshrinement and induction in Newcastle, Indiana as the 2026 class of honored inductees of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Once again, congratulations to all those who were honored here tonight. Thank all of you for your continued support of Indiana basketball. Godspeed and God's travel mercies on your journeys home. This concludes our evening. Thank you.